start the recording here. So for those that missed the stream, right? Obviously, the Twitch VOD will be available. Now, I streamed Animal Crossing a bit when it came out. Nice. I feel like it's constantly like that. It's like these things where like Animal Crossing gets released, loads of people play it for like 6 months, and then you don't hear or see Animal Crossing streamers anymore. And then finally another Animal Crossing comes out, loads of people play it. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, I am recording this. So for those that missed the stream, uh, we are recording um, the game essentially, snooze and lose. Yeah, that's basically that's basically the history of Animal Crossing. Um, but it's a fine game. It's just I don't think it keeps anybody's attention for more than 6 months. Anyway, for those that missed the Twitch VOD or the stream, we will be recording this. Obviously, the VOD will be available for 14 days, but we're going to cut the YouTube video up. Instead of just uploading the raw VOD, we're going to cut it up into, obviously episodes per game. So it'll end at the end of the game, and then we'll stop the recording, and then we'll start another recording once, and then that'll be how we upload to YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, or you go back and you watch on YouTube, it'll be game by game. But over here on the Twitch, it'll be just full time. The new one didn't, but Wild World and New Leaf definitely did. I just hate crafting. I don't blame you. So CLG FC, I made an error. Right off the bat, I'm going to admit I made an error. I forgot that when you're in the actual club creation, you can upload logos. So I could have just grabbed the old CLG logo and just straight up uploaded it. And I didn't. And I'm an idiot for that. And I chose one of the like pre ones that they made, right? And that's this guy because I thought the ball goes this way, that way, that way. It's kind of like CLG. Yeah, that wouldn't be counter logic. You're right. You're right. So this is the old CLG. So essentially, for those that are watching the VOD, they don't know about CLG or whatever. The old CLG esports organization, all the members of the Discords, the community, plus somebody who has been in my FM saves before. You will see him. He's vice captain. He's called Spaps. He's been in my CLG FC and even my non-CLG saves going back to, I want to say about 2016. So the team's been recreated as a football club. Got to save up 1 million channel points. So Benny, it's like it should be 999 billion channel points is what it should be. So if I remember correctly, it's the maximum I can amount to. So it is around. Round. Nice, nice. So anyway, we're gonna go over the basic squad. I'm gonna snooze the ads one last time. I have no more snoozes left, by the way. What? Oh, whoops, 1 billion. It's more like one. Is it one? I think it is 1 billion actually. Yeah, it is 1 billion. So anyway, so we're gonna go over the squad. So this is the first time you're going to be able to see the actual faces. Now, I have edited all of the information, like hair color, height. I didn't actually change any of the heights, but hair color, skin tone, things like that. I don't know these guys, except for like Parks and obviously Snicky. So we're going to go through, and we're going to go through each player. So this is what Parks looks like. 15-year-old Canadian. So there you have it, right? Apparently he's also Irish. He was given a second nationality. He's also Irish. Then you got me. I'm rocking this unbelievable fro for some reason. I've never had a fro in my life, but there you go. I'm only American, so uh, there is that. You got Jack Lemon, MD, as well. He's got the same fro, but for some reason it's like lightish brown, almost orange. So Jack Lemon secretly is a ginger. He's a wannabe ginger. And there you go. There's all the information there. So he's only American as well. Who you got? You got Cookies. Cookies has got this little like what do you call those things? Almost like a mullet, but not all. It's the mullet doesn't go down past the neck, right? So there's all the information for him. So he's French and Irish, apparently, right? Um, and then who else you've got? You've got Spaps, who's been given a terrible goatee thing here, and he's got what else? He is yeah, he's English, so he's just straight up English. Akone He's got a really small buzz, like very small buzz, apparently. And there you go, only American as well. You've got Sheamus, standard haircut. Probably the only one of us who's got a standard Agent 47 status. Agent 47 status. Yes, that's very good. Um, and then, of course, randomly, the game said he's also English, so which is good because it means I don't need to get him essentially a work permit. The other thing I noticed is you guys have been given multiple positions. So when you told me your position, that position's rating was given a 20, right? So let me see if I can go into the player attributes. Maybe it's positions. So the position you claimed was given a 20. Then you had a position that was given a 17, which is like second preferred, based off your position. So obviously, Sheamus is a left winger. His secondary position would be left midfield, right? A little bit deeper still on the left-hand side. You were given a treachery position, and then obviously 4, and it goes down in increments of 2. So it's 20, 17, 15, 13, 11. Then you've got 9, 7, 5, 3. Everything else is 1. So that's why you see the charts like this. And then who else? Snicky, obviously the commentator, but I don't know why, how. Snicky's not naturally blonde. I believe he dyes his hair blonde, but still, he's been given blonde hair and he just has a brown goatee for no reason. Like it just wouldn't be blonde either, right? So there's that. They are English, I should say, and then that is everybody that's been created. So we have a few positions with the generated players. Romain Edmondson is at defensive left. Cullum Williams is at the defensive midfield. And I believe that's it, actually. Obviously, all the subs as well. So there's that. Let's go to the tactics real quick. So we're going to play a 4-2-3-1. I love this tactic. It's a 4-2-3-1, but the two in the midfield are staggered. Now, I was thinking about playing them one behind the other and making it a 4-1-1-3-1. But I don't like that. I like them kind of asymmetrical, a little off center. So you have a defensive midfielder here who's going to be the regista, or the regista. That's going to be Williams. Edmondson is a wingback. Parks is a wingback. And then you have a ball-playing defender in Jack, and then I'm going to be the libero. Akone is going to be the enganche. And then you have Sheamus, who is the ramduter, and then just the winger, just a wide target here for Spaps, and then Snicky is the complete forward up at the top. So that is the positions that we're going to play. So it's a 4-2-3-1, but it's a little bit staggered. The ball-winning midfielder is a little bit further up the pitch. I'm sorry, not the ball-winning. The box-to-box is a little bit further up the pitch. That way, Williams can sit deeper, can kind of be the outlet. The idea is that Williams is the center pivot that will come towards midfield here so that when the ball has to be recycled, if the ball needs to be recycled, then you don't have to pull the center defenders up. You can kind of keep them back further. You can allow the wing backs to be here in this space to try and, with them pushed up to try and help with the recycle of the ball. It'll give them options because if one of the wingers comes deep, so if you're recycling the ball from the left to right, Spaps comes deep, it enables Parks on the overlap, things like that, right? So the idea is that the center of the pivot in the midfield will come from Williams. It also means that Cookies can play more of a press further up the field. If you want to play, we're not playing the Gegenpress, but if you wanted to play something like that, like a Gegenpress, you can have Cookies do that because he's been given the space to roam further up the field with Williams being the center pivot in midfield. You don't risk anything at the back. So that is the genuine idea of how it leaves you exposed in the wings. If you overlap, balls given up in possession, there's space in the wings, yes, but it keeps you solid defensively. It also means if Williams comes to the midfield line to play as this pivot, and Cookies and say Sheamus and Edmondson are all committed to the ball here, turns the ball over, ball goes over the top into space, you can either have Williams track back to pick the man up, or if he's blown by Williams, it's not going to hurt dragging Jack out of position because Williams can just slot back in being a defensive midfielder, right? So that's the idea of the formation. So you want to be very fluid. It's a little exposed on the wings, yes, but you want to be very fluid. It's a more fluid style of play, essentially. So um, that's what we're going with. And then in transition, you want to counter press a little bit, right? So obviously, in possession, passes are generally shorter, almost like a tiki-taka, but not quite like a tiki-taka. Um, and then you want to play out the defense because you want to give your two ball playing center backs the ability to really dictate the play, open up the play, push the defensive midfielder upfield, right? To try and help with the transition, right? So also means you want to work the ball into the box, right? If you're going to have these players who are pushed up the field, willing to play the ball, pivot the ball, recycle the ball, you're going to want, if the ball's out right, you're going to want the left wing to come in towards the edge of the box. You're going to want the attacking midfield more to be able to go more forward, right, to cause problems with the defense. Out of possession, um, really it's it's a little bit of a higher defensive line because you want to retain possession, you want to press for the ball, but you really want to crowd the middle of the box as well because even if you're exposed on the wings, yeah, if you don't offer the option in the middle of the box, it's kind of harder to score, right? So that's the idea. So the concept behind the team and the stats, by the way. So the stats were randomly generated by the game. The only exception is the secret stats, which is loyalty, which will be 20. Loyalty for every player is 20 to keep them at the club, obviously, right? Long term. That's why you'll see all the players are 15, 14, 16, really mainly 15 or 14. Um, so to think about the longevity of their career, right? So that's the idea. We'll go over the training schedule, by the way. So I worked out the training schedule. So training schedules, you have general, match preparation, attacking, defending, technical, tactical, goalkeeping, set pieces, physical, and extracurricular activities. We literally just run down this list in order. So you can see all the blues, all the greens, all the purples, all the, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The only exception is every uh, Friday or a day before a game, there will be match tactics and match practice. Every day after the game will be a full day of rest. So if the game's on Friday, Saturday is a full day of rest. If the game's on Sunday, Monday is a full day of rest. So that's to help with the status of the players. Let's go over the club. These are the kits. I'm actually really proud of this. These are the kits. I think these are great. Um, so for the kits, um, why did it go back there? Because I'm alt tabbing between they are clean. So the concept is, or at least the concept was, I should say, that the CLG blue kit is more paired with white. That's why you see the logo here. Um, it's kind of like it's always the CLG, that blue has always been paired with white most, right? The red jerseys have always been paired with black. So you have a little bit of the black here from the CLG, but white is the main asset. The numbers in white, all that. Then you have the red, obviously, paired with the black. I just wish you could change the logo so the colors match. Like I would have the logo, if I was actually making a physical jersey, I would have the logo embroidered. So the CLG logo would be red and the outline of the logo would be black instead of just constantly pasting the blue and the white. And then, like you said, the 5-hour energy purple. I I wanted to do it with the blue as the main checker pattern, but it doesn't look as clean as the black. And then just to add that blue trim, right? I thought was perfect. I think that third kit is so good. This is so good. So there's that. Um, Faithful Wall. So the city is Lytham St. Anne's. The reason I picked that is because it's in Lancashire, and we're starting at the bottom of the pyramid, which is the Lancashire Cheshire Amateur Division C. So if you go to the actual pyramid, there are there are four divisions at level 20. Central and South Norfolk League Division 4. Devon and Exeter League Division 8, which you can't actually pick because they're all reserve teams in that division. So I couldn't even, you have to basically overwrite a club to create your club. So you can't overwrite a reserve team, so you couldn't even get into that league. Lowestoft and District League Division 3, and then there's the Lancashire and Cheshire Amateur League Division C. So you can see in here, um, I couldn't pick to replace like Signal Athletic Reserves because it's a reserve side. So Sublime Athletic, Didsbury Reserves, um, Fitton Hill All Stars were the only other three I could have picked. I picked Stafford Argyle to replace. So there's that. Um, so that's the division we're going to be playing in. So as you can see, 11 teams will be 20 games throughout the regular season. The top two get promoted to level 19, which would be the Staff Lancashire and Cheshire Amateur League Division C. Let's go to leagues in focus, actually. So leagues in focus are we put all the leagues. So I put Premier League here. I put Major League Soccer here, and then I put Sky Bet Championship League One, League Two, Vanarama National, the Vanarama North, Vanarama South, and then this is the division. So these are the top 6 tiers in England, plus MLS, and then I put the division directly above us here. So you can see that's who's in the division above us, and who will be fighting for relegation. But if we get promoted this season, then I will come back here and just change this to Division A, and we'll keep going that way. So we're going to keep an eye on who's above us. We're going to keep an eye on the Premier League. We're going to keep an eye on MLS, obviously, and that's about it. Going back to the club, the stadium is named Faithful Wall. I figured the Faithful Wall. Play games at the Faithful Wall. So here's the pitch. I might change the changes I did was I changed the surface because it was synthetic, so I changed it to natural grass. Um, I might change the pitch dimensions when they ask me at the start of the season. You guys are 25 seconds away from a minute of ads, by the way, so just heads up. Um, I might change the pitch dimensions to the maximum allowed, which I think is 110 by 70. Um, so might do that. Manchester Saints Athletic are also a team that uses the fields as well as their youth teams. Our youth teams use the field as well. We own the stadium. So I made it so that we own the stadium. The stadium didn't have an owner, but we've made it so that we are the owner of the stadium. So we don't have to lease it in the future or all that stuff. We could directly affect the um, seating and whatnot in terms of the expansion. There is only 300 seats. So as you can see, by the way, um, it is approved for every league and cup, all these cups, right? It's approved level 20, level 19, 18, 17, all the way up to level 11. It's not approved for anything above level 11. So once you get to level 10, so if I were to go to Europe, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Nations, England. That should get me down here. So this is 7, right? And then this is 8, still 8, still 8, and then this is 9, and then this is 10. So let's go to Combined Counties League Division 1. Let's go to rules. Maybe it's actually the division above, and let's go to level 9. This is level 9. Let's go to rules. Yeah, these are rules. So there is no, it still doesn't look to be any rules on the stadium, actually, which is good. I don't think you get them until you get closer. I thought you would get them, you would start to get rules on the stadium once you got into the actual, like, what do they call it? Not the step system. We know about the step system, but or it might be an alternative name is the step system. But I think not the league, but the actual pyramid. So like obviously the first four divisions in England are considered the football league. Outside of that is the national system, and that's really step 5 down to I want to say step uh, 10 or 11. So my understanding was once you got into that system, once you got into the actual steps and the national system, that you had to have basic stadium requirements like seating for the handicapped and things like that, right? If you notice, most clubs in England that play down on level 10, 12, or 13 or 14, they are literally just pitches in a park. Um, so there could be an issue as we assumedly go up the chain um, with the stadium. Yes, clubs. There is still no rules on. Interesting. Because there definitely is like media requirements and things. Oh yeah, minimum stadium capacity, minimum seating capacity, terraces, whether they're permitted or not permitted. Um, so you will get into some of that. So it looks like Southern League Premier South has it, and those are the regional premiers. So once you get to Vanarama North, South, yeah. So once you actually get to step 6, you have stadium requirements in terms of how many people have to be able to be seated, how many people need to be allowed into the venue at a minimum, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Only gets worse as you go up, by the way. Only gets worse as you go up. So Skybet League 2, it's 5,000. It can only be a natural grass pitch. How about that? So um, I'm pretty sure Championship to League Two will be the same, and then the Premier League will have its own rules. Um, so terracing is not permitted. Undersoil heating is required. Wow. Um, we don't got any of that. That's seasons away if we ever get there. So uh, club's finances, real quick. So we were given we don't know how the club is going to play out. In previous saves that I've had in FM20, which I was the last one I was really running a save through, um, there was it was an amateur club. Now I changed the club so that it's listed as professional. Um, but in previous FMs, if they're amateur, basically the transfer window is just wide open all the time. It's just a constant, which can be problematic at times. For example, I'm playing as Hornets in FM20, and it is February in that save, and I am still getting clubs that are coming in asking or approaching my players to sign them. I did not go through the contracts here with the squad. You can see if I move from homegrown status to contract, uh, nobody's making a wage, right? So um, it could be problematic. Um, it, if push comes to shove, I will edit the players to add contracts to them. Um, so if that is the case, then I'll have to obviously add the money for the club to be able to afford that. That won't be a problem. We'll make those edits as we need. Um, for more information on that, you can type exclamation point FMRTE in chat. It'll be more. There'll be more information about that come or about that. So we will be using FMRTE to keep the players and everybody else at the club. In case the reason for that is if it's something where we get an offer from a player or a player is approached by a club with an offer, we don't have a contract for that player. I will add a contract for that player. If the player still accepts the offer and moves to a different club, FMRT will allow me to force the player back into CLG FC so that the players really don't go anywhere. Um, so it's not that we're not open to selling players, But for the first few seasons, obviously, you want to see how they ride out with CLG. That's the entire point we're here. Let's go over staff real quick. We have no staff. Absolutely no staff. We will be hiring staff. All of these positions are being filled. In fact, I have already taken the liberty to go out and post all of the searches for, sports scientists, all that stuff. So everything that's been allowed by the club in terms of staff, we have put an open application out for. No problems with that. We will be adding that as time comes. So we're looking forward to that. And then lastly, the supporter profile, right? Or two more things, I should say. The supporter profile. So 14% are hardcore fans. They're the most loyal fan base. 36% are the average football fan. They're the core fan. Um, uh, 24% are family fans, right? CLG, we're a family organization. 9% are fair weather. We usually call them ex-TSM fans. There's no corporate fans whatsoever. And then 17% are just casual fans. We usually call them ex-Cloud9 fans. Or ex-Liquid fans even. So there you have it. That's the supporter profile. Um, and then the last thing I want to draw attention to is the board. So true. Yep, exactly. So the board is the last thing that we're going to do. So I changed the boardman's name to Hotshot. The board is Hotshot. There's only one person on the board. If I go to board profile, you can see only person on the board is George. Uh, so Hotshot GG is the board, and then this is how we'll be ranked. Um, so the 5-year plan for the club is they want to gain promotion to level 19 by the end of the season, and then they want to build on that for the next 4 years. I don't want to spend 4 years in level 19. I'd like to eventually move up, preferably quickly, but we'll see. So the board and the supporters are here. So we just on performance. That's what George looks like. George has got a terrible stash. My lord. Um, and then so all these things, match performance, match the match, right? So upcoming match performance on Didsbury reserves, transfer activity, whether we bring players in or not. Um, and then tactics, how we play, and then the squad itself. I did edit my um, manager's reputation down. So your manager starts with like 2,600, 2,800 reputation, and I axed it down to I think 1,000, or it might be 1,500, but we axed it down so it's just deadline average. I would love to do one and make my manager someone that's like extremely unknown. It's just some random bloke or lady and completely up to the top, right? But I had an issue in FM20 where the players' reputations grew, right? And the managers grew, but my manager's reputation could never keep pace. So even though my manager's reputation kept growing, the player's reputation was always greater than that, and it meant that despite the fact that we were winning the league at the time by a point with only 6 games left to play or something like that, the fans or the players kind of grew sick of the manager and were pressuring the board to fire my manager, fire me. And I was like, it shouldn't be right. We literally have 10 wins, 4 draws, and no losses. Like, why would you? And we're in first place. Like, why would you decide on it? So I gave my manager a little bit more reputation, but knocked it down. So it's a little bit higher than the players, and obviously it has the potential to continue to grow. That is pretty much it. Um, so let's get into it, shall we? So we have our first game. Let's look at the calendar real quick. So CLG and potential, a match made in heaven. Yes. Let's look at the schedule. We didn't start the game here. We started the game uh, on June 30th. So you literally see I've only progressed a day. Um, and our first match isn't until freaking September 3rd. So we have 34 days, 33 days before the opening match. So we have a lot of time to get through. So we're going to just do the training, obviously, right? But it says there's a recruitment meeting here on the 5th, but like I have no staff. So who's actually recruiting? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what are we recruiting? I don't understand. Um, I do need to make a small edit to the preferences real quick, and I think it is in here. Um, and that is uh, this guy, less responsive but fast. So it processes quicker, so we get through important dates for August, y'all. One meeting, and then the game, nothing else. So, um, yeah, we're just gonna have to fly through. So player targets, we haven't, we don't have any player targets. I would love to go to the scouting center, and I love how I hit skip and it's still like, oh, blah 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 blah. Well, um, we don't have any scouts, so I can't even scout if I would. Oh, I have to introduce myself to the players. Okay, here we go. Uh, I wanted to take the opportunity to introduce myself as the new CounterLogic FC manager. Encouraged. Welcome. I hope as a team we can go on to achieve great things under your management. Uh, I'd like to talk about our Lancashire and Cheshire Amateur League Division C aims for the forthcoming season. I think we have a chance to do quite well in the league this season. I think we can do enough to secure promotion, and that should be our aim. We can win promotion. Okay, brilliant. That's just what I wanted to hear. I have nothing else to talk about. So players are happy. That went well, thankfully. Everybody was either expressionless or neutral. Okay. The squad hasn't seen much shift in its. That's because the morale was already high. Like, okay, so that went fine, I guess. And we'll have to see how we do against Didsbury reserves. I didn't even look at them. You know what I didn't realize, by the way? I didn't even look at the media prediction for how we are gonna or how we're expected to match up, right? Oh, I got a press conference now as the new manager. Oh, Christ. So where is club info? And then it should be under general. We're predicted to finish second. That's not bad. Let's attend the news press conference. Let's kick this off with the first question. Travis McAllister, 23. Is 23 the name of the publication? First of all, welcome. How do you feel sat here as the new CounterLogic manager? It's a privilege, and I'm so excited for the future. Smile warmly. You stand here today, unveiled as a new CounterLogic manager. Are you a big fan of the club? Sure, as a big fan of the club. Smile warmly. I'm so happy. This is a club I've supported for such a long time. It's mean everything to be given this opportunity. You've taken this job without being able to speak English. Would it be tough to manager? I don't have any worries. Universal is a football language. Universal is a football language. Football is a universal language. What challenges do you think you'll face as a young manager? I've edited my managers, so my managers are about the same age as the players, by the way. Um, I don't think age is important. The best way to earn respect is by winning games, and I'm confident we can do that. Have you spent the majority of your career in the lower reaches of the game? You must feel as if your experience at this kind of level to be an advantage. Smile warmly. Inside out at this level, that could be vital of the course of the season. Are you happy with the squad you've inherited? Um, I have an inherent level of trust in our collective abilities to look forward to finding out how far they can take us in the short term. Have you had a chance to meet the players? Yeah, that's fine. Um, would you like to say anything to the CalLogic fans? This is the most dedicated fan, and they're just as important to this club as anyone else. Where can you take this club? Well, aim for the stars because they don't know how to do anything other than try to be the very best. What's your approach on the training ground? This is a tough question, actually. Uh, I think there has to be a balance. There's no point in overworking the players in training and have them suffer on match day. I think that's fair. You've joined CLG FC at a time when the club sees a little short staff. Is that something I will be bringing in some of my staff over the coming days? Yes. What would you say your style is as it relates to people management? Um, Shut the fuck up and just get the. It's like not just these. uh, uh, I think things work as when they're valued as people as well as footballer. Many people suggest the hardest task would be to keep Colin Williams under control. Do you think you're equipped to be able to do that? I think I'm quite capable of handling my players, and that is the press conference. So that went fine. We're gonna leave the press conference. So, and on to the 2nd of August. So, I saw a guy, by the way, on Twitter who he's a fan of the guy who made this database, the NFM databases. But he was playing with Schalke, and he has played like a whole season in a day. Now, I love Football Manager. I don't know if I could ever play an entire season in a day. Oh my God, we're already on the 3rd. We literally had nothing on the 2nd. So I'm going to save when I get, because of the meeting the players and the press conference, I will save the game when we are done here, when it's done processing. So, but yeah, so I probably won't be live tomorrow. I am going to the football tomorrow. I'm actually going to the gym in the morning, and then probably 10 to 2 in the gym, and then I will be. It's actually more like probably 10 to 12:30 in the gym, and then I'll come home and shower. And I got the game's at 3. It's the reserve game I'm going to, and the game's at 3. But the gates open at 2. So, and it takes me a little over an hour to get down there. So I'll probably gym from 10 to 12:30, come home, shower, and then leave immediately for the game. So that's what I anticipate doing tomorrow, at least, right? So I would love to go to the gym earlier than that, but on Sundays the gym don't open until 10 o'clock. My gym is only open 10 to 3 on Sundays, which I think is kind of crazy. Uh, let us. Oh, we're done processing. Cool. I was gonna load in some music. So, whatchamacallit? Just this is the news. I took most of the follows off because it's like World Footballer of the Year and shit, and it's like I don't need any of that crap. So West Ham because I love them, Philly Union because I love them, the league we're in, the Euros, or the qualifying for the Euros, I should say, the Euros themselves, and the World Cup and us. Those are the only subscriptions I've gone with. So um, excited for the new challenge at CounterLogic FC. Yes, obviously. It is now the 4th of August, so we're going to save this as CounterLogic FC2, and then we'll just use a rolling 2 saves. Hopefully, it shouldn't take too long, but it is one of these things where as we play more, the database within the game will grow, and the actual size of the save will grow. So there is that potential for saves to wind up taking longer. I do believe I have backups. Oh, I have to select a folder for the backups. Let me select the folder for my backups real quick. FM backups, select folder. So I have 2 things. I have 2 things that are backing up the game. So there's the rolling backup within the game, And then there is obviously there's FMRT, which creates a backup. So preseason report, Saddleward 3D reserves. This is how they're going to line up 4-4-2. There is so much damn space between the midfield and the front line. Why is there this much space? The groundsman has asked for pitch alterations, and we are going to give him the maximum allowed length. So 110 by 73 is the maximum allowed. So we are going to have the maximum allowed. So this is competition expectations review, wage budget 10K, always can be edited. Recruitment meeting. We've arranged a recruitment meeting to determine our strategy. Attend the meeting. I don't really have I don't have a focus for where we want. I want Brat to move up to the first place, right? So I, I don't have a preference in terms of where. This is all for current season as well. I don't. It says ask assistant. I don't even have an assistant. Um, so I don't think we create a focus. I'm going to skip to expiring contracts. We don't have any because nobody's under contract. We're going to skip the player status. Jamie Sims is attracting interest. He's a 19-year-old. What is this? Apply, implement strategy given. Schedule new contract discussions. Ha 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 ha. 78 clubs are interested? What the fuck? Wanted by 78 clubs. What the actual what the actual hell? What? What? Okay, I get all this. I don't need these are all the other clubs interested in him. Active interest 35. Jesus Christ. Rumored interest 43. But most of them are not willing to make an offer while prioritizing other positions, or it would not fit in the starting 11. Would improve the quality of the starting 11. Okay. Uh, Interesting. Where are all these teams at? So Lancaster and Cheshire Amateur League Division 2 is within our football pyramid. So we're Division C, then it goes Division B, Division A. This is Division, and then it goes Division 3. So that's the crazy thing. So it goes CBA, 3-2-1 Premier, and then you move into something like Northwest County divisions and things like that. So the fact that Division 2 is looking at him. So B is 19, A is 18, 3. So that's level 16. So that's clubs 4 divisions above us looking at this player. I kind of want to keep him. I mean, I don't like letting go of any players, but uh, is he wanted? Is he named? Do I have him named right now? No, he's down there. He's wanted by 78 clubs. We'll keep an eye on him. When I get assistants in here, it will be better. And if he goes, he goes. Is his name DL? Wait, what? What did you say? Is his name D? Is his name D? What do you mean? Is his name DL? Uh, I gotta go back to. Oh, I think it's a double lift joke. Oh, I see. Oh, because he kept going all the way around the. Yeah, double lift wanted by almost everybody. Yeah. It took me a minute to realize DL meant double lift. Thank you, Sheamus, by the way. Okay, so skip to recruiting focuses. I don't have a recruiting focus because I don't have any freaking scouts. So literally the most pointless meeting. It'll be more. It'll be mean more once we get to once we get staff in here, right? And like it's next season, and we have a recruitment meeting at the start of the next season. with a full staff, with scouts and everything, that then it will actually mean something. There's no way. By the way, tell me this, Akone-kun and Shiamus. Tell me, Double Lift manager paying herself by the minute for that stat mini? Exactly. Tell me Double Lift's not wanted anymore, right? Please tell me Double Lift's not wanted anymore. You can't tell me he's still wanted by clubs when he's like as old as he is. Is that mean? Is that mean for me to say? So, but that's like saying Dyrus should come out of retirement. Supposedly Team Liquid was somewhat interested this split, but only Team Liquid, right? Like I would have thought when Doublelift decided to leave CLG, that he would have been wanted. And I know he was, right? But and it made sense, right? Because he was still kind of a grade 80 carry at the time. But he did get them 4 trophies. Yeah, but still, like, are you winning an MSI with him? Are you winning a Worlds with him? Are you winning anything but the NALCS with him? You're really not, are you? You're really not. So that's the thing. Like, do you want to be we win NALCS or do you want to be competitive at MSI? You know what I mean? Or competitive at Worlds? Like, I would imagine it's the latter. You know what I mean? So, at least it's got to be if you want to be any sort of. I mean, I don't know. The age-old question. Yeah, I guess. I guess, right? I don't even know. I couldn't even tell you the name of all the teams in NALCS anymore. Uh, I couldn't tell you anybody in EULCS. I have no idea who's in EULCS anymore. I would imagine G2. Well, G2 I know is there, and I would imagine Fnatic, and maybe I think Mad Lions is in there. I don't have an idea of anybody else. Um, this was the least amount of attention I've given LCS in a while. Yeah, exactly. I haven't followed League in 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, maybe. When was the last time I followed League? I don't even know what season we're on now. I mean, I watched League in season 5 is when I watched League. Season 5. I I think we're on 12 now. I don't know if we're on 13 yet. Training schedule chock full. We're all fine. It's all really non-issues. Keep going. What was that? That flashed across my. Oh, this is just news. Nothing big. Let's see. Okay, Union won their Leagues Cup East final, 2-0 over Montreal. Nobody cares about the Leagues Cup. Season, yes, exactly. Season, yes. That's great. Um, trying to think. I mean, I honestly I don't know, and it's a shame because I follow. I follow? I don't really follow her anymore, but I'm a passive fan of, or casual fan of Countess. I guess you'd say, who plays for G2 Hell. Um, but I've watched her for 5 years. No, it's longer than that now. 7 years. 7 years, I think I've watched her, something like that. So, she's the only league player I know, quite frankly. But what my point was going to be, wanting double lift now would be like TSM turning around and saying, Dyrus, why don't you come back? Like, mate, ship has sailed. Ship sailed long ago. Like, the only player I really remember from those days besides the CLG squad. I couldn't even name you who was the CLG squad in season 5. Double If and Afro was the bottom. Who he was the brand recognition to get past Esport Winner, I guess. Yeah, that's true. Although TSM probably won't survive Esport Winner. Um, who was the 5 that won LCS in season 5? Was it? It was Afromu and Double Lift in the bot. Huhi was in the mid. I want to say it was Xmithy in the jungle, and Darshan was the top lane. Can't imagine selling a bunch of jerseys. I can't imagine. Uh, I think you're probably. I think you're thinking Pobelter, Darshan, and Pole Belter was the mid lane. Was Pobelter the mid lane or was it Huhi in season 5? Summer, season 5 summer when they won Worlds or not Worlds. Never won Worlds when they won NALCS. Pobelter for the first championship. Huhi for the second. They won 2. hang on. Time out. CLG won 2? When did they win this? When did they win the? Oh, come on, mate. When did they win the second? Did they win the second season 6 spring? Was that the second? Was season 6 spring? The next. Oh yeah, season. Okay. All right. Whoa. I wanted to provide some information on changes to the number of staff currently allowed at the club. Then they did the MSI run. That's right. That's when you got the dab. That's when you got the famous Huhi dab, Huhi and Afromu. uh, that was when they finished second behind SKT, I think, at that MSI. Oh man, my memory. So we've lost a member of coaching staff, but we gained a sports scientist. And then this is in red for some reason that says new limit is 2, but the old limit is 2. So we're going to go to the staff. I don't need to change this because all of this is the same, except I'm going to have to actually, so I put an ad out for goalkeeping. Yeah, first championship was Darshan, Xmithy, Pobelter, double Afro. Second was Darshan, Xmithy, Huhi, Sticksay, Afro. I think I'm remembering it right. You might be right, yeah. Uh, so whoever I hire, the goalkeeping coach or the fitness coach, I'm going to have to axe the other application. We're going to put an ad out for the head performance analyst. That's not a problem. And now we get to put an ad out for, what about under 21s? Staff. I think I already put this ad out for the sports psychologist and the manager. Yes. And then under 18s. The ad's already out there. And the ad's already out there. So we're okay. Yeah, that's right. Nice. So we're just counting down the days now. At least we're getting the training and a good amount of training. And we get like a whole 5 weeks of training practically. So we'll touch up on everything. We'll be touched up on attacking, defending, chance creation, technicals, tacticals, all that nice stuff. This is the problem, by the way, with being in the lower divisions. You go to other FM streams, right? And it's just game after game after game. They're playing 40, 50, 60 games a season. You're down here in a league with 11 clubs. There's no cup competition at level 20. So you're only playing 20 games your entire season, and then your season is done. So when you get promoted a few times, then you start to get like the really small county cups. Like there might be a and yes, this game has all those county cups, but there might be a Lancashire and Cheshire, um, county cup, and those are everybody in Division 3, 2, 1, and Lancashire and Cheshire Premier Division are going to compete in that cup. Um, so you do get the small cups. Dan does a fantastic job of finding them and adding them. How the leagues is one thing. How he finds the leagues, it's kind of straightforward. Um, finding the clubs that play in those leagues is very difficult, but finding the actual leagues is kind of straightforward. It's when you get to the cups that's the problem. Those are so because you've got to chase down every single one. That can be that's got to be really tedious. I don't know how he does it year after year after year after year. Um, but exclamation point DB for more information on that. But he does it every year. I mean, I have his database from I have his database from 2016. I have his database from 2020. I have his database from 2023. Now here in 2024, he's done it every single year. I had FM19. I played that. I have his database for that. Um, he I think, first started doing it back in like FM12, I want to say. But back then he only did divisions 9 and 10, or I think he went down to 12 actually. Um, okay, Philly win in the Leagues Cup. Whatever the fuck round that this is, no one knows. Who cares? Leagues Cup is ass anyway. Um, but the what was that the East? I think it was the East semifinal. Yeah. So into the East final, and after that, it's the full-on semifinal and the final. So that's good. We're just gonna keep powering along. Uh, so that's not bad. I'm gonna put on a little bit of music, but I'm gonna lower. I have to lower the Firefox sound so you guys can get a little bit of a nice. That should be playing very softly now. But yeah, it's an old mix from the 90s. Is this the right one? I want to say it's the right one. Anyway, I say this, and the Union have tweeted that they're getting ready in Portland. Oh my God, the Oilers are getting smoked, by the way. The Leafs are smoking the Oilers right now, 5-0. Anyway, uh, okay, England under 19s appointed a manager. Oh, I meant to see if they need an under 23 manager. I don't think they do. No, they have an under 23 manager. So, not that we would get the job anyway. We wouldn't. 100% we wouldn't. My old 16 save. Actually, the crazy thing is, in 16 I wanted in 16 I played a side called Kmart and Hassocks. Now there were 23 levels in 2016 because you had the Mid Sussex Football League, and that went all the way down to Division 10. So you had the Mid Sussex Football League, Premier Division, and then you had Division 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way down to 10. And Kmart and Hassocks were in Division 20 or level 23, and I played them. And that save, I got them promoted twice. And after I got them, my manager was from Hong Kong in that game. And after I got them promoted twice, I actually applied to manage the Hong Kong under 23s. And surprisingly enough, I got the job. So um, I was shocked. I didn't think I was going to get I didn't think I was going to get the gig. I honestly thought. I mean, I know Hong Kong is not known for managerial prowess, we'll say, right? And I mean that in the nicest way. But I mean, genuinely, who who knows? I couldn't name you a single manager from Hong Kong. You know what I mean? So, And over there, obviously, and even in this game, still 10 years on, despite the fact that Hong Kong has 4 divisions, only the Premier Division exists. Now, putting all of that aside, putting absolutely all of that aside, um, I applied for the Hong Kong under 23s job, and I got the job, surprisingly, even after being promoted from level 23 to level 21 and still being in the doldrums of English football. I got the gig. And I had to manage the team in the under 23 Asia's Cup. And the under 23 Asia's Cup is basically acts as um, that's good. They're getting familiar with it. The under 23s Asia Cup actually acts as Olympic qualifying. Um, and the crazy thing is, the top. I was so pissed actually because the top 2 teams qualified, right? So we got in, and the group was um, like us, Japan, and like Thailand and somebody else, right, or something like that. Myanmar or something, or Bhutan or something like that. But I managed to get second in the group and get out of the group, which was a shock. And we went into the quarterfinals, and I stunned. I think it was Australia on pens, like nil. It was like 0-0 or something. Beat them on pens to get into the semifinal. Had to play Vietnam in the semifinal. Upset Vietnam 1-0 on like a last minute goal before extra time. Uh, and went on to face South Korea in the final. Absolutely got smoked in the final. We lost, I think, 4-0 in the final. Um, but I managed to qualify for the Olympics with Hong Kong, which I thought was a big achievement. So there was a huge break between the under 23 Asia's Cup and the Olympics. So they actually, because it's such a long break, like 9+ months, they actually let you go. And they say, we thank you for serving as Hong Kong. You know, you're more than welcome to apply for the job when the position arises. And then, like 3 months to go before the Olympics, they start taking the applications again. Um, more preseason reports. They're actually, the All Stars are actually predicted first in the league. Okay, that's interesting. So anyway, I applied for the job again when the Olympics came up, and I was like, look, I guided this team to the Olympics. I should be able to see them through the Olympics. They didn't hire me. So Fitton All Stars are predicted. Whoa, are predicted first in the division. That'll be interesting. Uh, we do have an applicant for. Why did I not do that? Okay, we do have an applicant for the under 18s sports scientist. So I'm going to approach to sign him. Can I? I know how contracts work. I've been playing FM for 14 years. I know how this works, mate. Can I please move on? Thank you. Uh, I'm gonna just straight up finalize the deal and exit the talks. No response, so we're gonna get to the physio. So we'll continue that advert. No response for the scout. Average response for the director of football. The best stats is Ryan and Danny, but the youngest guy is also named Danny, so I'm going to approach him. Exceeds the board's expectations, but that is okay. Let's see if I can wiggle him down. I can wiggle him down. Okay, good. So if he declines, I'll come back, but he wants the job. He's announced he's wanted the job, so he should take the lower pay. We should be okay there. We'll see how that goes. It's Sunday, so the whole team is resting, and then we have a whole slate of training. That's the other thing. Now that because I had to tick the side as professional, I can actually train every single day, 3 sessions a day, two, and then there's an extra session. Paid by passion. Yeah, that's right. Paid by passion. Yeah, exactly. Uh, when I was playing FM20, and it was when I was playing as Hornets, we're an amateur side, so you literally get like Tuesday night and Thursday night, you get one training session, and then you get a training if you have a match on Saturday and you're at home. You get one little training session in the morning, and then you have the match. If you're away, it says traveling. I'm coming forward for the director of football role at your club. I want £1,000 a week though. £1,000 a week. Tank, can you do 450 pounds a week? What's up, Tank? Uh, so it is nice. I have great chemistry with future stars. Judging potential ability is like 2 then. At this level, Tank, that's like a 2, mate. That's like a 2, okay? So, but welcome to the stream. We can do 500. I mean, honestly, that would be fair. But the board would probably be like, it's overpaid. I could do £1,000 a week. Iconic. So, um, yeah. At this level, I don't even. I'm surprised. Like I have a feeling, contract wise, I'm gonna get into some problems with. I just honestly think I'm gonna run into problems with the contract and being at this level and taking the club to professional versus amateur, and it's gonna probably require a lot of editing. But it is what it is. Um, we'll see how it plays out. Honestly. I've never played a save like that where I've turned a club or I've edited a club to be professional, but they don't have contracts. It's either I made them professional from the start and everybody's fully paid way too much money, or the club is amateur and nobody's paid anything. And that's just like a shark fat. That's just like sharks in the water, man. It's crazy. There's our training. So I hated it when I played FM12 because I was Wembley Park in FM12. Now that was like level 12 or 13, and I was amateur, and I was just getting bombarded by other clubs who wanted my players. So I turned the club professional, and I would constantly have to pay them more and more money, even though we weren't in the football league, and it just became a nightmare. It got to a point where my wages were like 9,000 a week for all the players and the staff. And our gate receipts were like 500, 700 quid. Wasn't very good. It was not a fun situation to be in. But you know, I managed in the Hornet. I'm in the Hornet safe so far in FM20. I've managed to actually I've held on to every single player 14 games into the season, which is amazing. And there's only 20 games in that season too, I believe. So it's like, is it 20 or 21? Or is it 20 or 22? I mean. So it was shocking. Uh, I'm looking. That one's 22 games. Sorry, so 14 games in, 20. Are there major different gameplay differences between FMs? Yes and no. Oh, we had food poisoning. Okay, that's good. So, is there a difference between, say, FM20 and FM21? No, there's not. But there are big differences between, like, I mean, huge differences between FM16 and FM20. You know what I mean? So over the course of 3-4 years, yeah, the gameplay actually changes a lot. like it's like night and day. Um, Year to year, not so much. They did add something this year, and maybe I'll show you guys. But they added like free kick tactics, so you can actually set, like you can make set plays. Like normally everything is at a macro tactical level, and like you say, this is the way we want to play. You know, we want to play possession football. We want to play, this style. Um, Now there's actually a set piece center here this year, and this is a first. And you can actually look at players and dictate a lot more of how they play on set pieces, which I think is really interesting. Um, and you can do it both if you're attacking, both if you're defending, and you can do multiple routines. So that's kind of crazy this year, uh, which I think is neat. I think that's neat. um, but yeah, overall, like when I played 19 versus 20, there wasn't a lot of difference because I played 19. My friend convinced me to get 19 because we were going to do an online season, and then we never played it together. So I just and then by the time I remembered I had 19, 20 came out, and I was like, let me get 20. It's been like 4 years since I actually played FM, and yeah, that was starkly different. Like the three FMs I've played the most have probably been 10, 12, and 16. And 12 being by far the most. I was fucking hooked on that one. Sounds better than the EA games when they choose a year to try out a new mechanic to see if it'll stick for future releases. Yeah, or all the bugs. Just the insane amount of bugs that they have. Like, I mean, I haven't picked up a FIFA game since FIFA 12, and I probably will continue to not pick up FIFA games, in all honesty. But um, you know, Football Manager every few years. You know what the big change is coming. They're adding women's football. Uh, I think next year or two, they're going to add the women's pyramid, which I think is great. Disappointingly, only one person responded to your under 21s manager. I don't care because if I can sign them, I will gladly take them on board. Come on, mate. Okay, thank God. Okay, good. The board is so Hotshot is stringent as shit, man. Um, I'm gonna actually axe the fitness coach advert because we are going to have a goalkeeping coach instead. We were cut. Ooh, look at this guy. Paul Anson's only 32. He's currently at Cannons Wood, which is an Eastern Counties League First Division South Side. That's like level 12. Uh, and he wants the assistant manager job here. But I could hire somebody younger who will bid, but it's only 3. I'm gonna approach to sign him. All right, let's see if we get him. Clark is set. That's good. He's agreed to terms. Clark completes the move. The search ends for the under 18 sports psychologist or sports scientist. That's good. Let's save because it's been about 10 days since we have done so. I forgot to save over the old file, so I'm saving over the new one, which is fine. It's not a big difference. It's not a big deal. Um, and let's continue on. We're getting closer to game time. We'll probably get a game or two. We'll probably get a few games in all honesty. Maybe 2, maybe 3. Uh, so, uh, Danny Mackin, yes, he's going to be the director of football. That's good. He's oh, what's this? I got a question. Danny Mackin's been hired as director of football. Does this change his job at all? And are you looking forward with him? Let me respond. I'm delighted to welcome Danny. Hopefully, we can build a successful working relationship that benefits everyone here and the chat. So that's good. So we have a little bit of staff here. Uh, okay. My copy of selection. Where's the potential? Here we go. Hello. I mean, everybody that I've picked is basically high on potential anyway for the squad. It's not like somebody down here who. Uh, what did he injure? No recurring injury. What did he, oh, he has a tight hamstring. What did he injure? He has a bruised ankle. Okay. Ain't nothing to worry about. Quite frankly, our training is a little intense. I understand that, right? So, whew, fucking hell. Somebody's just absolutely. uh, Andrew Rick is called up to the union on a short-term loan agreement. Okay, that's real life news, by the way. Happy to welcome Makin. No response to the sports psychologist scientist. We're gonna keep running that. No response to the goalkeeping coach. We're gonna keep running that. Um, so no problem there. Uh, but uh, it means that I meant to. No, go back. Go back. I want to. Where's the under 21 schedule or under 18s and all that stuff? That's not handled by me. I don't. I don't want to handle the eight under the under. That's not me. That can be not me. Uh, that's me. Yes. The scheduling part. Leeds friendly matches? Nope. 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 I don't want to touch the youths. I've got enough to manage. Oh yeah, the main theme is me, 100%. But opposition instructions, delegate, delegate. I can lead the training. That's fine. I just don't want to do the games. But I'll revert. I'll revert it, and hopefully we hire what do you call it? Under 18 and under 21's manager. Redeemed awa awa. Tito wants a awa awa. Tito gets a awa awa. Hopefully this isn't. Here you go. What's up, Tito? Uh, gotta do it. Uh, I don't think my voice could get that high. But how you doing? What's the countdown for CUH? What are you talking about? Oh, that's the time that's left. Just telling your inner. Yes, that's the time that's left in the stream, mate. So we're gonna go for another 3 hours here today. Uh, so, oh, you know what I forgot to mention, and I'm gonna or look at, and I should say I'm gonna do it now. I thought it was something that no, 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 no. Oh, good. Okay, good. I wanted to make sure that I added FM as a not a scene, but what do you call a source today, right? First time streaming FM 2024. First time recording FM 2024. So I wanted to I forgot to make sure that the audio from the game was feeding into the VOD, the OBS VOD. So how's the stocks portfolio looking? Good, actually. I just took profit this week on like some runners I had from 2022. Like I bought a few when the market was really down. Uh, in 2022, I bought like a lot of blue chips, and I've held on to them for the whole time. And I finally this week I'm like, I'm not going to close the position, but I am going to need to trim the positions, right? I do want to take some profit. So, you a man do quick things or longs? Always long. I don't want to. If it's shares, if it's shares, I'm gonna. I'm looking to swing or position trade, mainly position trade, meaning I'm buying it and 4 months down the road I'm looking at it to see if it's you know what I mean. Um, oh, we're gonna accept the deal. No, I mean like you was quick swinging. No, I'm not quick swinging. I'm not a day trader or uh, a swing trader. I'm more of for shares. I'm a position trader, which is like a position trader is like 3 to 12 months. So um, that's good. We have an under 21s manager. That's good. That's big. Let's save. um, now, when it comes to options, I don't do anything with crypto. I'm thinking about it though, but I wouldn't do anything in like trading crypto or buying crap coins. It would mainly be literally just Bitcoin. I wouldn't even mess with Ethereum or Solana. If I was to get into crypto, I would only trade Bitcoin. 24/7 trading, which is nice. Also a curse. Also a curse. But it is nice. We're going to continue the average. Average response for the head of youth development, including Liam Thompson, who's currently at Hailsham, and he's the youngest guy, and that's the Southern Combination League Division 2. So we're going to approach this guy. Oh, he wants a lot, but I'm only axing $25, so he should be happy with that. Um, I only do stocks and options right now, really. Uh, so I'm gonna get into commodities futures. I think they're neat. M2K Emma. But when the taxes hit when 24 trading is crypto, yeah, that's true. I'm not really huge into crypto, but I like Bitcoin because it's a hedge. It's really technically just a hedge against inflation, right? So I like that aspect of it. I think that's neat. Sublime Athletic are going to be third. Okay. Only stock I want to get is Net because I just freaking love the company. Yeah, I have a lot that I'm more of a dividend guy when it comes to investing. I'm big on the dividends, so um, I'm trying to increase my dividend income uh, every year. So, but in terms of quick trading, I want to become a good options trader, and that's what I'm gonna focus on. I'm reading a book now on like trading mentality. What would a good dividend percentage be? I don't think you should chase yield. I think chasing yield isn't really the right way to look at dividends. But, you know, you want to look at companies that, and Tip Ranks is really good for this, but you want to look at companies that pay on time, pay consistently, and the dividend grows over time. So if you look at a stock like, you know, uh, 3M or Walmart or any of the dividend kings, Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola's a great example. It's a dividend that's growing over time. It's paid out every year or every quarter, constantly on time. Like that's what I would look at. Like my dividend portfolio, I'm yielding 3% on my dividend portfolio. Needs to be like one of those commodities that's using satellites to take photos of the oil bins. Nice. Let me respond to this question. Paul Anson's recently been hired as your assistant manager. Does this change your job at all, and are you looking forward to working with him? I'm quite excited. He's very good at what he does, and that can only be great for the team. Okay. So for me, like my dividend port yields 3%, but it's to me, it's not the percentage, it's the income. So like I'm looking to make $400 this year in additional dividends, right? That's what I want is $400. I think I'm at 224 or something like that for the year so far, and we're not done March yet. So I'm like, this is great. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm trying to grow it so that by the end of next year, I've made 800 in 2020. I'm trying to get to a point where in 2025 I make 800 in dividends. I think that'd be fantastic. So, and just let that grow. Just constantly grow that to a point where when I retire, whenever I do retire, that is an income I can rely on. So, uh, and in the meantime, the position trades that I put on, you know, uh, buying different stock, you know, that are good companies that aren't going bust. Not like I'm buying a Lucid or I'm buying a Neo or something like that, but like, a good company that gets beat down, like Pfizer right now. Pfizer's not going to go anywhere as a company. So, and they pay a dividend, but I would rather look into, okay, I know Pfizer's a big drug company in America. They're probably not going anywhere. They have cash flow. They're $24 a share. It's near a low. Nobody seems to want the stock. I'll come in and just follow Nancy Straits. You're not wrong. Uh, but it's one of those things where it's like I'll come in and just buy it when nobody loves it, and that's how you do it. Everybody in 2022 was saying semiconductors are unloved. They didn't want it. Taiwan Semiconductor was getting beat up. Nvidia was getting beat up. AMD was getting beat up. Qualcomm was getting beat up. Like everybody was getting beat up. And Pelosi tracker on X, nice. Uh, you know, and now 15 months later, everyone's talking about AI. AI, AI, AI. Nvidia is almost $900 a freaking share. Like it's nuts. This is just a story saying we're happy to work with Anson, and this is the training schedule. So again, nothing new. We do have a recruitment review meeting on the 20th. I don't know why. Is there a calendar here? I thought there was a calendar here. Am I missing something? Schedule calendar. Yeah, we have a recruitment review meeting, and then we have the game a week after that. We actually have 4 games in September, 5 in October, and then November and December are light. Same with January. And then our transfer window doesn't close until March 28th. Are you kidding me? I wonder if the law is about to pass influencer trade. There's Tito. There won't be. Are you kidding me? So, uh, but welcome M2K. I hope you're all right. I hope you've been well. It's great to see you, by the way. There's a meme going around that that's the case. Been good. Nice. Nice. Yeah, I've been pretty good too, to be honest with you. I'm going to the gym tomorrow. I'm going to the game tomorrow. The reserves are playing tomorrow. I'm going to watch them. Weekly staff meeting. Let's attend the meeting. I would recommend individual defensive positioning training for Christian Potts in order to work on his marking, positioning, and decisions as they're all currently a weakness. So essentially, chat, Our assistant manager, Paul Anson, has said Christian Potts is good. He just needs to work on positioning, marking, decisions, adaptability, crossing, dribbling, finishing, free kick taking. Like it's like the meme. We'll do it. Remove Sheamus as a penalty taker. Remove Snicky as a penalty taker. Add Jamie Sims as a penalty taker. We'll move on. Remy Hemingway's game would improve. He started knocking the ball past the opponent when taking him on, as a strong athletic presence lends itself well to playing in this manner. We'll start the training. I feel Jamie Sims' game would improve. Your courage to start diving in tackles, as getting stuck in seems to suit him better than asking him to try and read the play. Sure. You already saw it, but after 3 months of trying to find a PS3, I found one. I know, I'm so jealous. I'm trying to get a PS4. I saw your PS3. I was like, yes, I'm trying to get a PS4, but I don't want used. I want new. And they're out there. They are out there. But I saw one listed, and it was like $1,000. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to pay $1,000 for a PS4. So, Andy Tandy. What a name, by the way. I just realized this. What a name. Andy Tandy. Yes, it's our name. Oh my Lord. Andy Tandy was a bear. Andy Tandy has some hair. Fucking why? If it's 1K for a PS4, it better have a PT on it. Yeah, exactly. Andy Tandy should be assigned to handling and distribution coaching duty so as to strike a better balance among the coaching staff. That's fine. Would highly recommend that you automatically make any unfit first team players available for the under 21 as a matter of routine. This would be organized by the backroom staff on a match-to-match basis. I guess that's okay. Callum Thompson's game would go another level if he's work on developing his weaker foot. That's fine. I feel Callum Wilson's game would improve if he developed his weaker foot. That's fine. We have 6 more topics. Oliver Reynolds has tremendous potential, and we should tie him down to a professional contract. Same with Edmondson and Giuseppe Scolaro. I don't know if I want to do that yet. I'm going to move on. I should have hit remind me in a week, is what I should have hit. We should move these players between squads. Edmondson is should be moved to become a regular player. That's fine. McCundy as well. The players recognize your standing and reputation within the game, and they are generally behind you. That's fine. These players have really promising potential. That's fine. We do not have a coach, but Dylan Brooks, this guy likes. And I am going to schedule that after the meeting because I would want a coach. We should give a strong consider to hire Andy Clark for the medical team, as he's a capable sports scientist. And then Lawson Glasgow as no, I only need one sports scientist. So Andy Clark, and then that's it. We'll end the meeting. Staff meeting, follow-up actions. Dylan Brooks as a coach. I want him as a. I can't set him as a goalkeeping coach, can I? He's just going to be a coach, isn't he? That's fine. Ooh, that's tight. Ooh, come on. All right, cool. We're good. And then Andy Clark is the sports scientist. I can't do longer. Oh, come on. All right, good. We're there. Need to get the esports manager when it comes out. This is T2. Yeah. PT, aka playable teaser, makes all PS4 dollars since it was removed from the PSN store years ago. What is a playable teaser though? Like, is that the backwards compatibility? I would want backwards compatibility, but no. Oh, I just want a PS4 that PT is a 2014 psychological horror game developed by Kojima Productions under the pseudonym 7780's or 7780 Studio and was published by Konami. It was directed and designed by Hideo Kojima in collaboration with filmmaker Guillermo del Toro. It was released for the free on the PS4. I'm not a horror guy, so I would skip right over that game. Um, I'm gonna A plus, and this guy is a striker. I already have a striker, so I'm just gonna acknowledge that. 19-year-old center back. Look at the interest from clubs. Look at the interest from clubs. I'm just gonna acknowledge that. 32-year-old. I don't want to sign anybody old. Yeah, I don't want to sign anybody older than 25, really. A fullback, but what position? He's left and right. Parks is out here on the right, by the way. Look at this. Look at this guy. This is interesting. I'm going to shortlist this player. The dude's got gray hair. Not interested. Yeah, but that game makes all PS4s money. Okay, I see what you're saying, but I really just want a PS4 with backwards compatibility. That's all I want. Uh, so these guys are all old heads, man. I don't want anybody over. I really don't want anybody over 25. I want not that it matters. So that's good. We're good there. Let's save. Uh, I wouldn't care about reselling my PS4 if I got one. You know what I mean? I hold on to all my consoles. I still have my Dreamcast. I still have my SNES. I still have my NES. I still have my PS1. I still have my N64. I still have my Xbox. I still have my Xbox 360. I still have my Wii. I still have my GameCube. So, and I'm never getting rid of them. I will not get rid of them. I refuse to get rid of them. So, um, but um, I'm only the only PlayStation I'm missing is a real PS1 dev kit. Oh, nice. I stopped at the PS1, which is a shame because the PS2 wound up being one of the best consoles Sony ever made. But I had a PlayStation 1 and an N64, and then when the Xbox came out, I jumped over to the Xbox. Now I don't regret that. You know, I would rather have wanted an Xbox versus a PS2 because I was a big FPS guy. So FPS is kind of aside from Unreal Tournament, which I played on the PC anyway. FPS has kind of made their way over to the Xbox at the time. You had all the big, you had Mech Warrior's not an FPS, but you had all the bigger titles there that I liked. Mech Warrior, Halo, Call of Duties, although they were kind of universal. But I think Big Red 1 might have only been for the Xbox, if I remember correctly. And then the 360 came out, and you had the height of the console wars, and all those titles that I loved were really only Xbox exclusives. Chrome Hounds was an Xbox exclusive. Dead or Alive 4 was an Xbox exclusive, even though the game wasn't particularly very good. But Dead or Alive 2 Ultimate was an Xbox exclusive. Dead or Alive 3 was an Xbox exclusive, though they were the original one and not the 360. Um, you know, a lot of games that I loved became Xbox exclusives. So I learned to really love the 360. To me, that was the better console because even if you got the same games between the PS3 or the 360, you bought an NCAA basketball, you bought a whatever, NHL 2K7, because the Xbox was newer, they performed way better on or I shouldn't say newer, but it had better hardware in it. Uh, they performed genuinely a lot better. So, okay. So we've brought in a lot of staff, by the way. We've brought in a under we brought in a under 21 manager, under 18 sports scientist, head of youth development, and we brought in an assistant manager, and we brought in a director of football. So we've brought in 5 members of staff. We still need 2 here, and then 3 for the recruitment team, and then 3 for the medical team. Under 21s needs a sports scientist, and the under 18s need a manager and assistant manager. So we're doing okay. Let's go to scouting real quick, because I wanted to go to the scouting center. No, thank you. No, thank you. And no, thank you. They're too old, man. And I wanted to recruitment focus, create recruitment focus. Uh, any position from the tactic, minimum potential ability, I want to be 4 stars. They have to be aged between 15 and 21. I don't want anybody older than that. And I would say standard priority is fine. And that is it. That I think is the focus I want. So West Ham beat was that Arsenal? Did they beat or Southampton? Oh, Sheffield United. So Premier League kicked off. West Ham are 1-1. Liverpool are at the top. I haven't even kept up with Philly, who are playing in the Leagues Cup, by the way. Did they lose? They lost the East Final to Orlando City. So they're out of the Leagues Cup. They only have MLS left. So we have the recruitment review in 4 days, and we started 33 days away from the fixture, and we are only 11 days away now. So we're actually, this is the last of like all of the training, because we're doing every single one of the training. So we've gone through all the training by the 28th. We'll restart it on the 28th, which is not bad. So that's neat. That's good. Oh, Washington Spirit literally just scored at the death of their game. That's neat. So I know I just it just popped. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna launch. Viv is streaming, right? So I wanted to just launch her stream so I could kind of lurk in it, right? And that way she gets the view while I stream. Mute tab, then unmute the stream, and there we go. Because support your fellow people, your fellow streamers and friends. Appreciate y'all coming out. Ooh, bonuses. Collective bonuses to be. I can't even pick high bonus. The board said no, so we're gonna have to go with a normal bonus. Clark is set to sign for us. That's nice. So our assistant manager gave us a recommendation. He said, "I'd like you to sign this guy for the staff." We signed him. That should improve his morale. Let's see how we go about our business here as we get closer to game day. There we go. 10 days to go. It's not bad. Oh, I got a big sneeze coming. Hang on. Okay. Oh, 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 that was a big old sneeze. All right. We're getting there. There we go. Search ends for new sports scientists. Recruitment focus update. Okay, that's fine. Poor response to the scout advert. Now, let me go to staff. I can do 2 scouts. So I'm going to do Ashley Burton, right? Adaptability 3-3. Oh, that's the only stats. Luke Wilton, Darren Davis. So actually, I kind of want him. 350 for the wage. Let's suggest. Did I just accidentally walk away from that? I didn't. I don't know. But let's approach Darren Davis. I did accidentally walk away. Whoops! I walked away from Ashley Burton, so I guess we're signing the other guy who's not as good. Uh, whoops. So didn't mean to piss anybody out this early in the game, but I guess I have. So whoopsies. I usually get in trouble when I go too fast. So let's see. Uh, Dylan Brooks has been appointed coach. Okay, that's fine. Alrighty. Sup, Matthew? How you been, man? Oh, I gotta do this. I'm tired, boss. Yo, I felt that. I definitely know what you mean. I feel okay now, but like, all right, working 65 hours a week. Jesus. What the hell, man? 65 hours, jam. That's insane. What are you doing, man? Working 65 hours. Grinding yourself into the ground. that's that's what you're grinding. So Well, relax, man. Take it easy. You got to work tomorrow? Do you have to work tomorrow? Please tell me no. I work today. I know you. Yeah, but not tomorrow. What do you mean by I work today? You mean you worked like past tense, or are you still waiting to go in? That's why I'm confused. Nope. This is the training. So this is what we worked on this week. Woo. Looks good. We are 9 days away from the fixture. No, Wergus and I going in like 10 minutes. It's freaking 9:30 at night, man. Are you working overnights? That's insane. That's miserable. Overnights is miserable. West Coast, best coast. Okay, it's still 6:30 and you're about to go to work at 6:45 at night, man. That's that's not the vibe, bro. What are you talking about? That sounds miserable. You're going to be working till like 2, 3 in the morning. And it's got to do what a man got to do. Oh, it's only 4 hours. Yeah, I know. There's no, trust me, Matthew. There is no judgment from me, mate. I understand you got to do what you got to do. There's no core. I worked second shift for a while, and it wasn't pleasant, but it's what you had to do. Uh, Mark McManus, we're gonna approach him. He wants wages that are already accepted by the board, so we're gonna sign him. This is us. I don't know why they say a 4-4-2 because we're not playing a 4-4-2. We have one recruitment review meeting. This is our recruitment review. Here's all the transfer business we did. We don't have any transfer business really. Skip the recommendations. There's no recommendations. Show other recommended players. There's no other recommended players. What was this meeting? What was that meeting, man? I should have asked you, by the way, Matthew, if you wanted to be a part of CLG FC, because obviously, as all of us as ex-CLG fans, uh, but I didn't think, man. I asked Snicky, I asked Parks, I asked a lot of people in the CLG Discord, uh, and we almost have a full lineup, actually. Uh, Maybe I'll go over that again in a minute. Um, if you haven't gone into work, which if I have the timestamps, you said you go in like 10 minutes and it's already been 3, so there's a chance. But anyway, so oh, West Ham beat. Is that Wolves? Yeah. Sure, I'll join. I'll see if I can add you to the squad, but I already created the players. So there's me, there's Brat, there's Sheamus, there's Cookies, there's Akonakun, there's Jack Lemon, MD, there's Parks, there's Snicky, and there's Spaps. I only have, if I'm making you, Matthew, by the way, I only have 2 spots open. I have, you can either have defensive midfield or left midfield. Or I'm sorry, defensive midfield or left back. Those are the only 2 spots I got left, mate. Everybody else has claimed a spot in the starting 11. So if you want either of those 2 positions, that's fine. If you want any other position, it's also okay. But if you choose a position that's not defensive midfield or left back, you will wind up on the bench, unfortunately, just because every other spot's already been taken. So I only have 2 spots. So you let me know what you want. But we're getting there. We are a week away. Matt's gonna come out and be like, "I was a striker. What the? I don't care. Just put me in. All right. I'll see if I can edit a player into the stuff. Um, I'll have to hit you up on Discord for some details like place of birth, nationality, things like that. Not nationality, but but place of birth and things like that. Um, so more staff being accepted. Uh, so uh, bum 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 bum. Nice. You'll have the defensive skill of Scott Sterling. Nice. Trust. uh, so Didsbury reserves, man. That's who we got. I don't know what the media prediction for them is. I This is gonna go one of two ways. Okay, either it's gonna be a grind out, man, and we're gonna have to really grind out wins, or this squad is gonna be so freaking good, we're gonna blow up the league. Like one of the two uh, is gonna happen. So like we're either gonna absolutely wreck this league over, or we're gonna have to grind out every result. So Didsbury reserves. I don't know if they're. I was waiting to see. Usually they come out with like a league, like not prediction, but like a preview. That's the word I'm looking for. And they're like, "Oh, here's the expected league table." And la 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 la. So worst training performance last 7 days. Parks. Where that boy at? Where he at? What the fuck is wrong with him? I'm about to snip that and send it to him and be like, "Fuck is wrong with you, Parks? Come on, man." So uh, where are we at here? Average response to head of performance analyst. I'm gonna actually go with I'm gonna go with Greg here. Sorry, not George. Let's approach to sign Greg. Oh, good. He doesn't want a stupid, crazy wage. Weekly staff meeting. Look at this. We have staff now, y'all. I suggest Devin De Oliveira's training intensity from normal to double load, as I've noticed he feels that the training workload expected of him is low. Okay, fine. I recommend aerial training for him as well in order to work on his heading. That's fine. Remy Hemingway would benefit from individual tack movement training to improve his off the ball movement, anticipation, and decisions. That's fine. And Ayrton Dempsey struggles with vision, passing technique, and so an individual passing training plan would be that's fine. Uh, Shot stopping coaching and the change with strike, that's fine. That's also fine. Cookies should be encouraged to develop his weaker foot. Okay. I would recommend offering Cullen Wilson professional contract. This is the one I meant to remind me that in a week. I believe that Hemingway's ability is better suited for the under 21s. Okay. John has shown excellent signs of development, and so has Giuseppe Scolaro. Let's move on. We should always be looking to improve on an individual level, so Liam Thompson should go and complete a national B license. We don't need the B license. We are going to end the meeting there. Like, I would rather myself or I would rather my manager go and get a C license because I don't think I have any licenses. I have no license. So if I go to staff, and that's overview. I don't I don't know. I don't know where that is. Oh, here it is. National. We have 2 people with national C licenses, and then we have 2 people with no license, including the manager leading the club. So, yeah. Let's go to staff real quick. I need a chief scout still, and I still need a head physio and a physio. I've reached out with a contract for head performance analyst, so I'm almost done the coaching team here. Under 21s, I need a sports scientist still. Okay, and under 18s, I need a manager, an assistant manager. I really need to get a manager in for the under 18s because I really, really don't want to be managing, 2 teams essentially in all the matches and all the fixtures and all the tactics and stuff. I'd rather just hire an under 18s manager. They deal with the under 18s, and I can focus on the main team. Here's your lead. West Ham are 4th after 3 games. Hey, I'll take it. Philly lead the East. In the West, Portland's at the top. Skybet Championship, Huddersfield leads the way. Along the way with Bristol City. League One sees Oxford United at the top. Wickham right behind them, by the way. Skybet League Two is Mansfield and Gillingham leading the way. The Vanarama National sees Bromley and Dagenham and Redbridge at the top to start. Vanarama National League North, or Vanarama North, Scunthorpe United. Remember Scunthorpe United, by the way? It's really sad what's happened to Scunthorpe, honestly. So if you look at Scunthorpe, 3rd Division North back in 1950, right? They have been a championship League One, League Two side for League Two for a long time. They finally came up to the championship, started to bounce around the championship and League One a little bit, right? As a yo-yo club, got into some financial difficulties, relegated down to Skybet League Two, still struggled, relegated down to the Vanarama National, out of the Football League for the very first time in the club's history. And then what happened? Still struggled and relegated out of the Vanarama National. They're now down in Vanarama North. That is really a shame. Um, but they lead the way in Vanarama North right now. Unbeaten, five wins from 5 played. Avali is in Vanarama South leading the way as well. And then the division above us also yet to start. So, and that is true. That mimics real life. Scunthorpe were a football league team their entire history, and now they're not in the football league, man. You want me to sign you're saying a 41-year-old striker would be a B plus signing? I don't want to sign a 41-year-old, mate. I'm sorry. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I'm not interested. I'm still not interested. How many more reports do I got? I have 12 more reports. I'm still not interested. No. No, 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 no. 29 is at least Under 30, but no, 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 no. Okay. Due to fixture changes, I have adjusted the training schedule from the week starting from 4/29. Please feel free. I'm sorry, from September 9th. If you fuck up my training schedule, I swear to God. No, it looks good still. It just looks like he's moved some stuff around. Yeah, he's just moved some stuff around. It's not a big deal. I do have to set the training schedule here for the last month of the season. I might do that off stream at the start of the next episode. I think that's probably a better shout because it's literally just tediously selecting each little individual portion. So don't think it's worth doing all that on stream right now, especially since it's not till April and it's August. So uh, still no response. Continue on. So I hope we get the under 18s manager. That's really all I want. Well, I think we need a head scout too, or chief scout, or something like that, or head physio and a physio. So I'd like to get those tied up too. We're getting there. 5 days to go now. So, oh, Toronto beat Atlanta. Ooh. Matt, is this the game day thread? Hold on, game day thread. Oh, New York smoked Miami. Uh, Revs in Chicago tied. Orlando beat Austin. Salt Lake looks all right, man. They're playing good ball right now. They just beat Vancouver 2-1. Toronto's beating Atlanta 2-0. Cincinnati beat NYCFC 1-0. Not bad. All right. This is like the fastest I've played Football Manager, man. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds dumb to say, but like essentially 4 weeks in what 2 hours? Yeah, not even less than. Just less than. Uh, so a tight hamstring on Devoy de Oliveira. This man wanted more training. We gave him more training, and he gets a tight hamstring. And then Colin Winslow's got food poisoning again. So where's his injury status? It doesn't really say. No response to the under 18s assistant manager. No response to the under 18s manager. Christ. And then what do we got? Spat? No, not Spaps. Oh, only 1 to 3 days with a bruised ankle. He'll be back for the game. Spaps will be back for the game. I got no problem with that. Great song. Loving the mix, by the way. Caught in the middle by Juliet Roberts. What a track. Can only imagine what his diet must be to keep having food poisoning. I know. My man's eating like me. The heck? Okay, poor response to Chief Scout. But we got a 26-year-old that wants to Chief Scout. William Williams, by the way. What a name. William Williams. Brian Bromage. What are these names? Who's also at Hillingdon Borough, which is up there. Combined Counties League Division 1 is like level 11, my man. That is like level 11. So he wants to come 9 divisions down. And I don't want to, I mean, I'm okay with that. He's going to want, he doesn't even want, he's not even going to piss the board off. Okay. Fair enough. Oh my goodness. FIFA's just confirmed that the March 26 qualification match between the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, aka North Korea, and Japan will not be held, nor will it be rescheduled. Japan will be handed a 3-0 forfeit win, which will qualify them for the 2027 Asian Cup and advance them to the third round of the Asian Football Confederation qualifying for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. That is just in. We got good staff now. That is Ashiro Tokyo, Dan Orlowitz reporting on that. Great reporter, by the way. Phenomenal reporter. Definitely worth a follow. Up, down, left, right, A, B, start. Japan just did that to North Korea in real life. Charlotte beat Columbus 2-0. That's interesting. Wilfred Nancy wasn't managing the game, by the way, for that one, but we're getting it. We're close. 3 days. I need more water. I might get iced tea and some water. Maybe I do that actually. Give me a second here. I am gonna water bottle ASMR. I've been drinking the water. I don't know if you've heard it or not, but I'm gonna pause the music. I'm going to go to break, and I'm just gonna grab a glass of iced tea and some more water. I will be right back. Until then, enjoy When the Levee Breaks is what I'll play for you all. Be right back. I am back. I'm gonna let that play out because it's just a great song. Honestly, it's probably my favorite Zeppelin song. Is When the Levee Breaks. Poor response for the CLG head physio, but John McLean wants it. He's the youngest guy and he's got the best stats, so we are gonna go to hire him. That's great. Good response to the goalkeeping coach. Now, I believe I still have a spot. I don't think I have a spot for a coach anymore, do I? I don't. I have to stop the advert. This guy from Boodleytown wanted one, and same with Bedfront. Man, that's a shame. Mitchell wants a CLG job. I've ended the search. I mean, I already have a coach. I can't. The board's not going to let me take another one. So we got about 2 hours left. Uh, uh, we are 2 days away. I got me a water bottle and a glass of Diet Peach iced tea. Uh, I see the Falcons issue in CS is still a mess. Ay, ay, ay. Not a fan of the org anyway, to be honest with you. Match preparation for Didsbury Reserves. So here we go. Set piece preparation is going to be defending free kicks and attacking corners. Tactical preparation will be the possession phase. So I've outlined our match preparation. Feel free to change focus. I don't, man. I trust you. So I think we're squared away there. Let me real quick open staff and then just decide to freeze. Go to teams. Okay. Did that skip? Why? Uh, great track. So let's go back to the mix. Not that we can really transition from that back to the mix, but we will anyway. We'll mute it again when it comes time for the match, during the match. So this is the opening match, by the way. The opening match of the season. Bury Amateur Under 21s, Richmond Rovers Reserve. So Richmond Rovers are up in the Lancaster and Cheshire Amateur League Division 2. Now, the rule, mind you, and I'm pretty sure it's the rule, is I believe reserve sides can be promoted up to Division A, but they cannot be promoted out of Division A, mainly because they're reserve sides. That's how it works. But I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. So Yeah. Oh, there's interesting disciplinary rules. Look at this. You get obviously a one-match ban for your first red card, 2 for your second, 3 for your third. Serious offenses, you get an additional match for striking another player in minor violence. You get 2 matches. You get an additional 2 matches for a bad tackle, violent conduct, or striking another player in general. You get an additional 5 matches for striking another player with extreme force, and you get an additional 12 match ban if you strike an official. How about that? I don't think I've ever seen that in FM though. Striking an official. So I hope we don't see it. In all honesty. So anyway. This is the training week in review. Still, Parks is doing terrible. What's going on, man? Are you unhappy with your training? No, he's just ass. I meant to look at. Okay. Okay, I don't know. Let's continue on. Should be good. I hope we're good. I shouldn't say that, but you know the way it is. I hope we're good. I hope we come out and we play great. Last thing I want to do is struggle all season. Let's see how we fare. Oh, I meant to output. Yeah, okay. Faithful shall be rewarded. You know what? Let's hope that's the case, okay? Let's hope that's the case. Lancashire and Cheshire Amateur League Division C preview. Earlham Steel Rangers reserves versus Saddleworth 3D's reserves provides top billing. We are against Didsbury reserves. I don't want to be on the right. Wait, hold on. No, I'm not gonna use the. I'm not gonna use the. I'm not gonna. No, I want. Where's my tactics? This is the squad I want. So, my manager is to make her managerial debut, of course. Pre-match press conference. Now this is interesting because in previous FMs, right, specifically FM 20, you never had press conferences because you're so far down the pyramid, right? And you might get a press conference, you might get a question from a newspaper or a press conference, and you would get that like, if you were going for the title, like if it was a 20 game season and we were like, say, 4 points clear with two to play, you might get a manager come in and be like, or not a manager, a newspaper or a media outlet, and they would be like, oh, hey, you can clinch the title. How are you feeling? What are your tactics? What do you think about your opponent? And you would have like a normal press conference for that. But the other 17, 18, 19 games of the season, you never heard from the press. So, uh, you're encouraged to answer questions on the subject, the opening day of the season. So the talking points are the match, myself, the opening day of the season, team selection, destination of this year's league title. So we're going to attend the press conference. Okay, let's kick off with the first question from Philip Hillemeyer, the Totally Football Show. I'm pretty sure he's the only journalist in attendance, so you don't need to be that formal, Poppy. Are you confident that your preparations will lead to a good start of the new season? There's a real buzz around the squad right now, and they're ready to go. I believe in their ability. Do you agree that Counterlogic FC will live or die by Benakange's performances this season? Not really. Benakange is a top player, but we aren't a one-man team by any stretch of the imagination. I think our squad is a strong one, but clearly Benakange has enormous quality and will be a massive contributor to any success we have. The opening day of the season is marked on the calendars of football fans across the country, and after a long closed season, everybody's ready to go. Are you excited? We're itching to get out there, and I'm excited about the team we're developing into. You've had the offseason to prepare your team, and all that's left is kick off the campaign. Are you confident? It's the same question, just three different times. Uh, I feel confident to win. Have you been able to settle upon a regular first choice team over the course of the preseason? I think there's a group that have separated themselves from the pack, but the competition is healthy, and that can change from game to game. Who do you think will win the Lancashire and Cheshire Amateur League Division C? Do we say us? Do we say us? Do we go with Fitton Hill All Stars? How do we answer this? What should I answer this? I mean, I told the team I think we can get promotion, which means we're going to finish top two. Absolutely us. All right, we're going to say that. Why have you picked your own team? You seem confident. Continent? You seem confident. I think we'll certainly be there or thereabouts. There's absolutely no reason we can't challenge. I think the press conference was just fine. All right, that's good. It's good the press conference went well. Let me save the game. I love it. I love it. Kind of. The thing is, you. Might, I don't want to get into the habit, right? Of every season, you're just like, fuck everybody else. It's gonna be us. Like, I can't. You know what I mean? Like, we might go up, and hey. So Christian Potts had a good uh, reaction, and so did Jamie Sims. So we are well and truly ready to get this season kicked off. Oh, you know, Joshin, who's if you have no faith, why are we here? I knew it was coming. I knew that was coming. You're right. You're absolutely right. Um, Joshin, by the way, on Twitter, he's an Australian commentator for Counter Strike. He's at some land. He flew to. Was it Melbourne? He flew to, or Sydney? He flew somewhere out in Eastern Australia, and he's from Perth. He's from Western Australia. and he's at some land, and he's taking photos, and he's like live tweeted the CS, and he's watching the Apex now, and I'm like, where is this, man? This seems huge, and it's not a dream hack, it's not an IEM, like it's not any of those other lands, like if you've been to a dream hack or you've been to an IEM where, I mean specifically a dream hack as well, where you're thinking, oh my god, this is huge, and there's all these things that like it's like an old school land. It's kind of neat. So Bury Amateur Under 21s and Richmond Rovers Reserve kicked off the season on Friday, the 1st of September. They were in a 0-0 draw. Saturday is Sublime Athletic versus Signal Athletic Reserves. And then it's the rest, but then it's just us and Earlham Steel versus Saddleworth 3D's Reserves. So really not even, it's so odd. Everybody's not kicking off the season at the same time. Uh, Staconian Reserves and Village Manchester under 21s kick off on Wednesday. But here's the crazy thing. That is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So mostly everybody, one team has to have a bye because there's only 11 teams in the league, right? So each team will have essentially two bye weeks where the rest of the league is playing and they are not playing throughout the season because it's an unbalanced amount of teams. So that's interesting. Well, woo, man, I'm nervous. I don't usually get nervous, but I'm a little nervous. Where it's like that meme. It's like that meme. What's that meme? Where he's like, I usually don't get nervous, but I've had a little bit of me, and I'm like, wait, or some shit like that. So Sublime Athletic came out and smashed Signal Athletic Reserves. They go top. Now it's our turn. We play tomorrow, Sunday, September the 3rd. Oh, more staff. Okay, that's fine with me. More staff, of course. I gotta find that meme, by the way. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. This is it. This when they ask me how the start of the season's gonna go. Just, it's just so rad. I love that clip. Oh man. All right. Woo. I wonder how far it's going to take. So when I had this set to uh, slow to run in the background, like every 2-3 hours each day, it would stop. So okay, Devoid de Villiers um, is not. He feels that the individual training to work on is not beneficial. He's been trained to improve his ability in the air. I feel the situation can be resolved by assigning the player a more suitable individual regimen or taking him off the individual training. I thought you recommended it. I thought you recommended the same thing. Has he improved? Has he actually improved? He's improved his jumping reach. Like he's not really improved anything else. But his aerial's terrible. Like where's his aerial? Uh, oh, his heading. It's only his heading and his bravery haven't really improved. So we'll take him off. McLean is set to sign for us, so he should sign for us. What do we got here? Let's go to leagues and focus. So Liverpool, wow, how are you 5 points clear already? Wow. West Ham just lost again. Who'd they lose to? Brighton, come on. Uh, Union are top by 2. Huddersfield still lead the championship now by 2. Wickham have a 1-point lead. Mansfield have a 1-point lead. Dagenham and Redbridge lead the Vanarama National by 3. Boston United taking a lead over Scunthorpe by a point. Averley still leads Vanarama South by 2 points, and now it's Mauston under 18s and Prestwich Marauders who have scored opening day wins in the division above us. AFC Oldham Reserves and Village Manchester Reserves also did. Manchester Saints Athletic, who I think share the ground with us, by the way. Broadhurst under 21s, Timperley Villa, and Bar Hill have all lost. AFC Stockport Reserves and Milnrow Figuerovia have Fergrovia have not played yet. Okay, so McLean as appointed. McLean has been appointed, I should say. Sorry. Um, as the head physio. So Simon Roger Mukendi is sharp. He's capable, but he's not match. He's not. He's got not match sharpness. Devon de Oliveira is fit, so that's good. Uh, I think we're good. Everything I look at says we're good. I'm gonna save the game before we go into the tactical meeting or whatever else. So we have a save copy right before the game. So that should be good. Uh, all right. Tactical meeting. I don't want to make the changes, please. Marking Allen McBride tightly at all times should improve our chances. Oh, I have to go through this tutorial shit. Thanks. Do it. No, you're gonna stay. I believe this instruction will complement the attacking approach we should look to use that in the match. Here's the thing: do we want to really tackle harder, or are we just gonna like get a shit ton of yellow cards? So we're traveling to a stadium that holds 600 people, the Didsbury Reserves, and they've sold 14 tickets. So Team selection. Yeah. Why is he's injured? He damaged his foot, and he needs a fitness test is not required, but he's still some way off from being fit. I'm going to keep Makundi on, but I do have to drop Hemingway. Remove Hemingway from the position. So Hemingway was a attacking midfield, right, left, center. So we're going to bring on Aisley Sliva or Slya as the backup. Where are you? There you are. And that is a attacking midfield, left, right. So we have subs that we can make at the defensive right, left, center, uh, attacking midfield, right, left, and the striker. The only players I can't sub are the defensive midfielder. I really don't have a backup defensive midfielder, and a midfield center because I really don't have a midfield center. I don't have a second midfield center. So let's save the game again after we made that switch, just so I can. All right. Romain Edmondson is lacking match sharpness and may struggle out of the match. I don't. That's fine. I mean, it's match one, so feels the instruction. Hold up the ball. Aren't well aligned with the standard of strength. Okay. Feels the team instruction. Shorter bit are good match fit for the standard of passing. Yo, Brat, is this? Wait, Akonakun. Is Brat roused? Is Brat getting horny? Brat, I said, yo, we're gonna play this 4-1-1-3. We're gonna play this 4-1-1-3-1, and Brat was like 0 to midnight, bro. What the fuck? What? Team mentality. Everybody's happy. Okay, so we're gonna go to the teams warming up. Here's the team sheet. This is cool. Add option for substance for Jay Bailey. Oh, do it. Yes, sort it. So easy clap. Now let's see. That's the team sheet. Referee is Stacy Fullix. Dressing room. Here we go. I know how the game works, brother. The fans expect to win. Don't let them down. Inspired, motivated, inspired. Okay, that's good. Spaps was like, what if? I don't want to speak to position players. I don't want to speak to individuals. I want you to leave me the hell alone. Okay? Okay, so nobody had a negative reaction. That's good. Match preview. Whew, this looks nice, bro. The game looks nice. There's the Didbury reserves. I understand the commentary bar at the bottom is a little cut off because of the overlay. We'll just bear with it for now. There's the league table. Obviously, players are out. I've got to. Okay. Please, 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 stop. I literally said I don't need the tutorial, and these guys have like come in and like, here's the tutorial and everything. I don't need any of this. So, what I want is, oh, that's right. It's all in the bottom bar now. Why is the mentality balanced? The mentality should be positive. I. All right, whatever. We'll go with bounce for now. The controls. Match speed during highlights. Slightly faster. All right, good. And the replay camera's direct, and that's the replay events. Camera should be director. Comprehensive highlights we'll go with. That should be another corner. Oh my god. Oh my god, no. Oh, that's a smart play. Oh my, where is that pass going? That's going to go out for a throw. Good play, Spaps. Spaps, good ball. Peugeot got there though. Oh, good cutout. Good cutout, Cookies. Good ball movement. Oh, he's offside. Spaps is offsides. Thompson's been booked. I think that's for the opposing team. Akonakun, Sheamus from Williams. Akonakun. Good ball. Snicky might be off there. Snicky's off, yep. Yeah, Snicky just straight off. Shoot Cookies! Oh. Good win from Edmonton. Akonakun. Good ball. Sheamus, good touch. Sheamus! Oh. Maybe I'll slow it down again. Maybe slowing it down is the yeah, medium. Lloyd took it. Should I like encourage? Come on, get the tackle in. Good tackle, Sheamus. Come on, Akonakun. Over to Williams in space. Good ball. Cookies. Now they can move. Spaps is on the right here. But the line's playing really high, so. Oh, come on. You had so much space on the left. There you go. Sheamus got it. Cross it. Cross the ball, man. He was in a pocket. Uh, Snicky was in a pocket between the defensive center back and the defensive midfielder. There was a brief moment where actually if Snicky held the run towards the top of the key here, he would, or top of the box here, he would have been fine. He would have been in space. Thompson's on a yellow, by the way. That's him over there. So, is that Peugeot? I don't even know if that's Peugeot or Piggott. I think it's Peugeot. Come on, cut that out. I mean, that looked like it could have been a little too physical from Jack, but he got away with it. Snicky. Good find. Yeah, this has got to get recycled. It's got to come back. That's a dangerous pass, but we got away with it. In the space. Small window of opportunity there. Good move by Parks to get around. That's a good ball, Snicky. Yes! We lead. Snick, look, it's a good finish from Snicky. This knock on from Parks. Look at this knock on. Look at him take it on. Lloyd should not be letting himself get beat at the near post like that, though. You know what I mean? The ball's going to the back post. There's no way Lloyd should have let that in. Premier League, Quay. What the hell? We are a minimum of 19 seasons away from the Premier League, mate. I hope you know that. That's a good interception from Jack. I don't know if it needed to go all the way back to Brott, but the only thing I didn't do with the kits, by the way, is make goalkeeper kits. So I have a feeling Brott, that is a great shot on target. How that did that go off the crossbar? I think that went off the bar. Well, that's a good cross. Spaps? Nope. Thompson's there. Look at how big I am compared to the rest of the team. This is this is how you know, by the way, that I need to lose weight in real life. When I tried to put my weight in, I got maxed out before I even got to my weight. Like 120 kilos was the heaviest this game would allow you to be, and I'm just over there. Oh my goodness me! Oh my goodness me! Akonagon, you got an assist. Oh my goodness me! I wasn't even expecting that. This was like 30 yards out. Why is Lloyd getting beat on his right? It's the fro, man. It's the fro. It's the fro. I can't believe I have a fro. I don't know why. I don't want it, but I have it. Spaps. Oh my goodness me. We just keep attacking. Spaps is in so much space. So much space. That's almost a really good ball. Motley's taking on. I think that's. Oh, that's a yellow. That's a yellow for Williams. Yeah. So we need to go into the tactics screen real quick. I don't need instructions. Because I need to go to player. I'm gonna need to tell him to ease off tackles because obviously he's booked and we're only 20 minutes in. We skipping leagues, bro. Parks, put the cross in, mate. You got so much time. Turn and shoot, Williams. That's I'll tell you what, that wasn't far away from goal. I'm gonna praise the entire team real quick. So we're skipping. I wish we could skip leagues. Not really. I kind of like the pyramid the way it is. That's a good interception from Thompson. Park, shoot, man. That's a corner. Oh, I forgot to pause the music, but it's got 3 minutes left anyway. Players will be happy to see that the extra work on attacking is creating more chances. Play for set pieces. I kind of just want to ignore it real quick. Fullix has got a yellow card. Oh, wait, hold on. Parks has been booked. As the scoreboard indicates, we are in good control of the match, keeping possession of the ball and passing well, but too many of our shots are off target. No, I want to go to tactics and subs, and I want to pause real quick. I need to tell Parks to ease off tackles because again, he's booked. All right. So Parks is booked. They can't score if we're the ones shooting. That's true. Williams is booked here. Defensive midfield is a place I can't sub, and he's booked. That's a good cross. Almost one time the cross again, but Edmondson's going to pick that up. Put it in. Just should have just crossed it from over here, in swing it to the box. Now you've lost the ball. They can encounter. Oof, what a tackle. Trying to turn that right to offense. Sheamus might be offsides here. Snicky! I think that flag should go up. Yeah, he's off. Well, we might get. I think he's off here. Oh my God, by a mile. He's off by a mile. Or they're off by a mile, sorry. It's good cross. Back post. Spaps! Thompson again to it. Williams. It doesn't even look good to recycle because I'm pushed up here. Like There's too much crowding here. The ball has nowhere to really go. I've somehow dribbled it past the wing, somehow gotten a cross in. Hopkins sends it out. That's a corner. There's going to be a long team meeting about that on sides. Nah. So we're 2-0, and we got a corner here. Let's see what we can do. 39 minutes in. It's good clear from Bailey. Shoot. That should be on. That's a really dangerous cross. That's going to come back. Put it in. Edmondson. Cookies. Was he on? Flag stays down. Williams shot block. That is an odd block. I'm right there to cut it out, but I gave it right to Lombard. Good cut out. That's a good ball, but the problem with playing that ball one time is Spaps' back is completely to goal. So, like, he's got to try and turn and gain all of the speed that he needs to pick that ball up, and I don't think that's possible. So, Earlham Steel Rangers reserves, by the way, they lead Saddleworth 3D's reserves 1-0. So we are doing well. League table doing good. Still have the 2 bookings, and that is halftime. So halftime, we're doing all right. Expected goals is 0.5 to 0. They don't have a shot. They have 28% possession. Akonakon, they're not even playing for possession, mate. They have 28% of it. They barely had the ball. That's a fantastic half. You're doing brilliantly. Keep going. Why are 2 guys on the bench looking complacent? Like, come on. Appeared positively chuffed. leave it to the game to take the Americans and be like or the Canadian looked very happy. The German looked extremely delighted. That's rare for a German. Uh, and then the two Englishmen appeared positively chuffed. No, just teasing. They've made 3 changes. I kind of want to swap Parks out, but I'll give him to the 60th minute. Sorry, Parks, but you're booked, mate. And then I might step up into defensive midfield and then bring in another defensive center because I can play defensive midfield. It's in my repertoire. So I might move forward into defensive midfield and bring in a defensive center to replace me just to get Williams off the yellow. So that's an opportunity. Thompson, that's a good cross. That's a dangerous cross to the back post. Brat's there. Look, he's had nothing to do all day, so it's a good take. We're just trying to fit in. Nice. That really wasn't the pass to make from Parks. You were covered. Akonakun, you were covered. That's way. Oh, come on now. What is? I was gonna say, okay, he's way off sides. Where's the flag? It does come up. We didn't play to the whistle there. We kind of like almost quit before the whistle. Parks, Jack, Edmonds. That's dangerous. He wanted to press that ball. Sheehan is kind of stuck here. He's in space. He turned it over. That's good ball movement. He's also dragged Jack out of position. That's a really key header. I was gonna say he dragged Jack out of position, so the ball could have come. He could have just played the ball wide with some spin that curves it back in, and then that trailing man could have picked it up. But now we're on the counter. Cookies, this got to go right here. Oh, that's a good turn in from Spaps. Oh, that was really good. He drove the defender wide with him, so Spaps, who usually plays wide, tucked in and found that pocket of space right there. Offsides. Parks is offsides. Good effort. It was a good effort. That was really close. 56 minutes in. Well, that ball just seemed to like Edmondson just seemed to like lose that ball for a second. Good header, Parks. They've got a corner, but that was a much needed header because the man with all the momentum was on the back post. So if he didn't make that, it was been he could have settled it right here with a touch and probably got a shot on goal. Man, that went into an absolute field of players. Good lord. Sheamus got to wait. He's got people running. He's got to take this guy out. That's really good. Let's go, Sheamus. Go for. Oh my word! That's a fantastic goal. That is a fantastic goal. He dribbled that all of about 50 yards and then just decided to slot it far post. That's beautiful. That's 3. Team looking good. Who needs a fitness coach? You might be right. We certainly look good. We've worked on fitness. Sheamus was just, I got this. Yeah. So we're gonna praise the entire team. Jack going out. That might dribble out. Why did Hopkins play that? There was no need to play that ball. That ball was going out. It would have been a goal kick. It's a corner. We're up to first in the league table, by the way. No reason for him to touch that ball. Cookies? Recycles possession with Jack. Where am I? I'm here. I'm this big ass dude right here. That is going out. He's tilted. He is tilted. That is definitely going out. We are gonna make a substitution here. Delighted after the feedback. So I'm gonna move up to defensive mid. We're gonna bring on uh, Taylor Harrison because he's not complacent. Actually, sorry, we have to bring on him and Christian Potts anyway. Can I cancel? Yeah, discard all my changes, please. Now let me try this again. I'm moving up to Cullum Wilson's position. Parks is defensive right. So Taylor Harrison will come in for Cullum Williams. Potts is going to come in for Parks. So that's 2 subs we've made. And that takes the yellows out of the game. So. Do they have that warm-up period where you just tell them to jog around so they're not as complacent? You will see that from the like figures on the sidelines at times, but you don't instruct them to warm up. You know what I mean? You'll see that over here, like in the background, but it's not something you actually instruct them to do at any point in time. That is really dangerous. We almost scored a fourth there. Now we have another corner. Cookies. Again, but finally it goes behind the goal. So we're 3-0 to the lead. We've got 22 in stoppage left. It's good. That's a good goal kick from wow. Story's got so much space. Finally he's getting closed down by Parks. That's a good cross. Motley, can he reach it? No, Edmondson's put it behind. That's a corner. That looked very close to being onsides. Oh, it was offsides. It was like flagged offsides. A corner couldn't go for goal. Oh, side netting. Mark Hopkins is getting too much space. Look at these crosses from Hopkins here, by the way. So you want to trigger press when the ball's played to him. Yellow card to Hopkins. He just got booked. What am I doing? That was a decent effort, mate. That's a decent effort. That hit the side netting. You were like 1 foot off, man. That hit the side netting right here, a foot to the left, and you're probably at the post. I already asked you to do that. Sheamus. Right, heads it away. Harrison back, but it's booted. Jack's got it. The only thing I have to worry about, I'm getting a little tired. Edmondson's getting a little tired, and Spaps is getting tired. I have no more defensive. That's unfortunately going to go out. I have no more defensive subs, so we might bring on understands due to being booked. Understands due to being booked that he was played that he was subbed out. Yeah. Spaps is the one I'll probably replace here. I can't do anything about me. I can't do anything about me. I can't do anything about Edmondson now. I can only replace one more, and that is Mukendi can come in, but he's not match. He's losing sharpness. I might bring him in. I might bring him in later. I'll bring him in later. We'll bring him in around like the 85th, almost closer to full time because like just give him like 5 minutes. Could have put the ball out here. Jack will cut that out again. It's a good header from Hopkins. Nice knockdown. It's a good find of Spaps, but they closed him down quickly. So ball has to go all the way back to be recycled. So Edmondson, nice. Nice. Oh, out wide, out wide, out wide, out wide. Give him the space to run. Cookies had to go. He had side netting to be fair. The way we can tell him, hey, you played this game. Nice. Yeah. Edmondson just got booked. I can't replace him. So McKendy is gonna come on for Sheamus. No more substitutions can be made, as all available substitutes have already brought on. That's not how the modern game is played, mate. You get 5 subs now. You get 5 subs in 3 windows, and you get a concussion sub. Well, if it's MLS, you get a concussion sub, which I think is nice. That's a good ball. McBride did well there. Problem is he wanted to go here, but his teammate was off sides, and Wright's been all over the place trying to stay on side. So, oh, I gotta tell Edmondson to ease off the tackles, right? Because he's been booked. Why have 3 players been booked, man? Snicky, have a go, son. Cookies is probably off. Flag just went up on the far side. Upcoming patch when? They just released the patch like a month ago. So, yeah, like a month ago. This game only gets patched once. Football Manager gets patched once. They do one transfer pack after the January transfer window closes. They update it. They update the game with all the transfers and moves, and then that's it. You don't get another version of the game until Football Manager 2025, which that game is 6 months away. Nice, nice, Jack. They're playing really high. Like they want the ball, but they can't call for it because they're playing high. Cookies off the bar, off the bar. Wow. That was almost a screamer from like 30 yards, man. 5 minutes in stoppage, essentially. Story's been pretty good for this Dewsbury side. It's a good header from Jack, but it's going to go out for a corner. Saddleworth just scored. They pulled one back against Earlham. That is not a good corner. We got basically we're in the 89th. So Konakun, Edmondson. This is good ball movement. This is really good ball movement. Just got to go up there to a Konakun. Good find. Really good find. Cookie's in so much space. He's going to have another goal. Oh, it's deflected. That's deflected in. I think that's deflected in. It's going to count. It's not going to not count. But that is definitely hit something. Let's take a look at this again, right? Yeah, it hit the player. It hit the player's body. Did you see him turn? The player turned away from the shot and like brought his arms in front of his chest so that they weren't and it hit like his hip and it went in the net. That was a rifle. So 3 minutes of stoppage, but really they don't need to be played, mate. This game's over. Okay. Motley just gonna grab the ball. Story. He's trying to knock it, but that's a good ball. That's a really key interception. That was a really dangerous cross with the late guy trailing there. That, like Brott, there was no way Brott was going to be off his line quick enough to close that down. Here's Wright. We're into stoppage now. They love playing the corner out, but they have no idea what to do with it. Like, Motley's just got to try and bring it back in to cross it. You get a free cross. It's the corner. Like, that might be their first shot. Like, there's no point in cross. There's no point. That is their first shot, actually. There's no point in putting the corner out here and then driving wide and crossing it. You get a cross. Like, now you risk everybody being off sides on the cross. And so just put the ball in the box, man, if you're going to do that. Clean sheet, clean sheet, clean sheet. Yeah, it might be. 40 seconds away. It's good head on, but nobody's there. Are evil. That's a boot and a half upfield. Motley. R.E. Motley. McBride. Not the Brian we've come to know and love here in the States. Story. He's been very good, Story. Thompson. Good tackle from Sila. That goes back to Barat. That should be the full-time whistle. Barat should boot this upfield. Full-time whistle will go. Time. Yeah, time. It is. We're in the 4th minute up. There it is. There's the whistle. That is it. So expected goals, 1.43 for us, 0.17 for Didsbury Reserves. Didsbury Reserves had one shot the whole game. It was off target. They only had 32% possession. They committed 22 fouls. They had 5 corners as well. How do you have 5 corners? But you have 5 corners, but you only get one shot. One shot. We had 17 shots, by the way, 4 of which were on target. All 4 of those on target shots, by the way, are the goals. Player of the match is, I think, Cookies here. No, player of the match. Look at you, Akonakun, player of the match, Akonakun. So nice. Let's go to match stats. Hey. We had 2 clear-cut chances. We completed 501 of 558 passes. They completed 232 of 301, so 77% for them, 90% for us. We won 58% of our headers. We won 75% of our tackles. Each team got booked 3 times. Our average rating was 7.51. Theirs was 6.28. They had 97 high-intensity sprints. We had 121. What did you do? Let's go to player stats, shall we? Akonakon. Passing, 61 attempts, 86% completed, 6 key passes. A key pass is essentially a pass that leads to a shot I believe. That is what a key pass is, if I remember correctly. Didn't attempt any crosses, didn't make any tackles, but you did make a clearance. You won your only aerial duel, and you shot twice, but both shots were off target. You had 2 assists in the game, though. That's nice. I thought maybe it could have been Cookies because he had a goal and an assist. But no, you had 2 assists. So that is player of the match performance. So very nice. No rating for Sila, came on too late. But yeah, latest scores in the table. So Earlham Steel Rangers reserves beat Saddleworth 3D's reserves. So we go top. We go top on 4 goal difference. We go top by +1 goal because Sublime Athletic won 3-0. So we're top by just goal difference right now. And Didsbury will be bottom by the same amount. But yeah, that looks good. I like it. Analytical data. Here's the shot map. So you could look at each shot, like that's blocked, expected G 0.01. Snicky was goal, expected G was 0.13. My shot off target here. This was the open header I had 0.37. So, and then Didsbury had 1 shot at 0.17. Maybe the baldness is making me channel some Michael Bradley buys. I would agree with you, except I hate Michael Bradley because, you know, first off Toronto FC and then second off Trinidad and Tobago. But I don't know a lot about footballers. Yeah, he was on the team that didn't qualify for the World Cup in 2018. So here's shot comparison. So 4 goals are in green. Off targets are in yellow. Hit the woodwork are in blue. We hit the woodwork twice, and then blocked are in red there and on target. So that's a shot comparison. Key pass comparison. I don't think you can even look at that. Except maybe if you look at key passes, they had 1 key pass. Ramuel Motley in the 91st minute. That's when they had that shot. And we had 19 key passes. So, uh, passes intercepted, things like that. I did get to see an LA Galaxy game. It was back when they just announced Beckham joining. God, that's ages ago. Here are all the crosses, uh, aerial challenges, including key headers. They won. Parks won 1, and they won 6 tackles. We'll say key tackles. They had 2 key tackles in their own box. Fouls, interceptions. Uh, Sorry, I had to sneeze. There's apparently it's apparently a big deal because he just arrived from the UK. That must have been was that 2000 and was that 2004? 2002? Something like that. Oh, this is what I wanted. Scoring chances. So half chance right there from Cookies. And clear cut from me in the 68th. And in the 36th from Snicky, they had 1 half chance, and that was Richie Story. Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah, it was. Uh, Average possession. This is what's neat. You asked me, by the way, somebody asked me, does Football Manager change year over year? These are stats I could not do in previous Football Managers. Like even going back to 2020, there's no way I could look up fouls and be like, look, you know what I mean? Like there's no way. And then I can look up individual players for shots, average position. Is there a heat map? Heat map. You can look at the heat map, like like where they played. Like this is my heat map, and then if I look at your heat map, like on the right side, you can see much more dominant on the right side here in play. A little bit of the left. So obviously you'd be on the right side. You're at right attacking midfield center actually. Okay. So uh, yeah, good stuff. All right, enough messing around. that is the game. Let's go to the dressing room. Delighted to make debut. Good, even though we only got about 15 minutes. Outshins aren't directly in front of body, palms open in praise. Nice work, everyone. That was good. Good. Appeared very happy. Good. I guess I'm all right then. Well, it's a long season, Kunakun. I think you're going to be all right. Uh, I think you're going to do just fine. So we got an hour left in the stream. We'll see if we can get to the second game. Let's see here. Whoa, achievements. Set a new division record for most goal. What happened? Hold on. Played a competitive match. Oh wow. Uh, clean sheet. 11 of our own. 11. Oh, you started a full 11 of homegrown players. Motivational speaker. I got a bunch of achievements today. So nice. But that is it. This is how the fans reacted. Man, the match was a Konakun for sure. What a victory. You'll do well to see better than a Konakun. I've seen a Konakun have better games. That's how silly all this is. Take a bow, Konakun. That's from Martin Brown, who's a newspaper beat writer. Uh, you look like you belonged out there. That's on me. Yep. The forwards get all the play, but I thought the defense today was brilliant. I mean, they didn't have to do much, mate. I'll be honest with you, but they did make some key passes. So that is that. Okay, let's continue back to the screen. Let's immediately save the game. By the way, immediately going to come in and save the game. Karanja just scored for the Union too. Let's go. Let's go. Union lead 1-0 in Portland. So, uh, if you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching the VOD on YouTube, we are about to end the recording. So thank you for the last 3.5 hours almost, or 3 hours. We will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Follow me on Twitch. That's where this came from, twitch.tv/Benagage. Until then, take care.